the Cleveland Browns.
Go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, we played Cleveland Browns December 14th. Like hopefully it ain't gonna be too cold, but
How much
we
was them tickets?
actually we low key got to connect. They gave me
Okay.
for like basically like 200, so which is better than expected because last time I paid like three something for the Minnesota Vikings game last year.
Okay. What the seats at?
If they get what we said we're gonna be right behind the goalpost in 100 section. So
That
like
ain't
literally
bad.
like that's what I'm saying. Like for $200, that's a more of a three, 400, 500, if not more actually, any other time.
I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. And then you get, that's a decent seat. Only thing, so you ain't like one of those seats where you looking over the goalpost trying to get out the way of it, is it?
That was like it's like
Okay.
right on the side so you can see the game. Cause like I always thought like behind the goalpost would not be the best seat, but like anywhere in there is low key a good seat. As long as
Okay.
you ain't like super high up, but like
No, I
I was
don't
in
want to be
like
too high up, man. Because you got too high up, it ain't even cool no more.
yeah, at that point you might as well just get drunk. That way you ain't gonna see nothing no way, just be talking shit and talking your stuff. But it was good, it wasn't bad. So if we 100 level a little bit closer and then just hope that there's some action going on both sides of the end zones that we can see some and
For sure.
a couple touchdowns instead of some field goals all the time.
For sure. That's what you want. I mean, that's the reason why you're there, right? To see some
Exactly.
action.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
exactly. And I mean that's the thing. Like it's Cleveland Browns, so they got a really great defense, but they offense kind of shaky at like weak.
Mm-hmm.
But that's our kind of goal because like Dylan Gabriel, the fourth round pick from Oregon last year, he been he been like he got them one win. I think out of like 3 4 games so far he played, but like he's not throwing the ball downfield like nothing more than 10 yards, maybe 15. Um, so we kind of banking on like if he kind of have like another ass game tomorrow,
Mm.
and the next week after that, they might go ahead just like what let's try Shador.
Let's let the kid loose. Let's
Yeah,
let the kid loose, which is what I've been saying this entire time. Man, let the kid loose. That's what we want
exactly.
to see. That's what everybody want to see. All them jerseys. Y'all done exploited the man so far.
Man,
He done made y'all what a 20 million, $100 million on jersey sales already.
bro, like
Get him
if
out
they
there.
knew if you knew if your franchise you wanted to be lit as possible and like have a some type of energy behind it, like some people want to go to games, like
Hmm.
when they had the preseason game when they announced he was starting, everybody started buying tickets. The prices went up. It went from like a
That's a fact.
30, 40, $60 ticket
That's a
to
fact.
100, $200. I'm like, it's
But
just
they said they didn't really see any hope in dude. That's what I was hearing. They said he was a last draft pick to teach him a lesson
mhm,
about being down to earth, but to
right.
also
Humble.
yeah, well humble. I hate that word.
Yeah, that's why put
Yeah, I saw you do the quotes, air quotes, ladies and gentlemen. When y'all see it, he'll throw up air quotes. All right, but I didn't like it because they said it was to humble him or keep him or bring him down some because of his ego. But the
yeah,
other part was that that was a decision that the owner wanted, but not the coach wanted. You understand what I'm saying? They
true.
said the owner wanted Shador, not the actual coach, and that's why he's been so far out of the rotation, and no one's
Yeah.
brought him into the game. You slipping, you falling, you about to DMX around this
Yeah,
motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You want me to pause it so you can set it up?
I got it now. Just let me actually. It should be good.
All right, cool. Yeah, so I'm like, well, shit. That's a conflict of interest then. So one person wants you, and the other person don't want you on the team. So
Right.
if it's a coach's decision, he'll never play you. He'll never put you in, bro.
I mean that he trying his hardest not to. Like before, when they traded Flacco, they still didn't put him as number QB2. Like he was still like practice squad or like the third guy, and they were doing everything to not put him up there. But like such the flat coming from everybody on ESPN, everybody
Hmm.
taking the takes, everybody online on Twitter that's talking about us. That's like at least you get at least put him as backup behind Dylan Gabriel. Like
Let him rock out.
what are your other options? Bailey Zappi is a practice squad player, and we've seen his tape already. We've seen him in game, and he had like one good game for Patriots that he
And
had.
we know y'all ain't gonna have five quarterbacks and play them all. Like, let's be serious. It's gonna be Joe Flacco, Deshaun Watson is injured or whatever, and he might be fighting cases, right?
Mhm.
So it's gonna come down to Bailey Zappi, which we're not looking for. We don't even know what dude is capable of. Like you said, we
Yeah,
seen his tape. So it's coming down to Dylan Gabriel and Shadua. Now what y'all gonna do?
exactly. So it's like, all right. I mean, yeah, you could say you're gonna give Dylan, the rest of this time if you want, but that defensive side probably gonna tell you otherwise. Like, they want to win. Like, you wasting, Garrett, you know, prime years. Like, Miles Garrett, like, he just had 5 sacks last week. What? When last time you seen one player make 5 sacks in one
Five
game?
sacks, and that's crazy.
That's some
And
Lawrence Taylor type stuff.
he's still with the Browns, right?
Yeah,
And they raced it. It's pretty much like they wasted his best years of his career.
yeah. I
Like,
mean, the only thing he getting flagged for is like he did resign everything like for extension for all the money in the world. So
I
it's
would have left, bro.
like you kind of like you did this is like the Carmelo thing. Like you resigned with Denver when you could have left it with LeBron and the D Wade to go to Miami or Chicago, whatever. Y'all could have just signed shorter deals and then
I would have done
took them.
that.
But at the same time, it's like I don't blame them because like how else you gonna get this like the money? These billionaires they gonna give you as money as they want. So it's like take what you can get.
I would have went to another team, bro, for
In the
less money.
Browns in
For
the
le
Browns case, yes. If
Yeah,
it was another team, I probably would have stayed for the Braves, depending on where I was staying. Like,
I would have went to another team that's a championship or a playoff bound team where I know that I could shine and make an impact and make a difference. I wouldn't have stayed on no team like that where I know I'm being held back. Well, I ain't being held back. I just know they ain't a top performing team. I'm not about to stay there.
right,
Why would you stay there with someone like that, knowing that knowing that they window of opportunity ain't they don't even have one. Like what we y'all not even making the playoffs. And the best option y'all had at quarterback can't even get himself together right now. I'm not coming back here. I'm not. For
yeah.
what?
I mean, you've seen the history for that team, so you should have known. Like, all right, if I stay here, from what I've seen so far, it ain't been good. I mean, like they did have that, couple years when they had Baker, where they went to the AFC Championship game, and they had a quarterback.
They had a decent quarterback, but he was having issues with the way the offense was ran and
Yeah,
the coach and everything else. So what was you
yeah.
gonna do about that? What you gonna do about that one?
It's just,
So then
it,
he leaves. He goes to Tampa. Now look at him. He's excelling. He's a decent quarterback over there. I ain't like him, because I thought, as much shit as they talk about black quarterbacks not performing at a high level or elite level while he was with Cleveland, they
yeah,
never said nothing crazy about this dude while he was there, dude. Like they just let him
true.
rock out. Like it was okay for him to be like that.
Right, true. Yeah, I agree with that. They didn't give him as much of a hard time as much when they went to the AFC Championship, and then the next year they didn't do anything. They tried to like, all right, now he's not the guy. They a little bit, but not as much as they would done like Lamar Jackson. Like a couple years ago, they was saying that no one was willing to trade for Lamar Jackson even for a couple first round. It was like, huh?
Yeah.
Before they extended him for the money. But now looking back, it's like that would have been the most dumbest decision they ever could have done had they let him go or traded him.
What would
And
you
making
have
everybody
done?
stupid.
What would you have done without Lamar?
Exactly. I mean,
Been the back of the league. You'd have been at the back of the league. You know what I
you
mean?
be
Like
you be back. You be doing what Cleveland doing right now.
facts. That's a fact.
Well, at least for a couple of years, like Harbaugh and them, like Ravens, they run a tight ship
You
there.
know
Like
what? You're right. They do. They
so
do.
they would have probably found another way, but like it would have been a couple of years for sure.
They would have
Like
figured it out. They would have figured it out. But I
King
think now,
Henry probably wouldn't have came.
no, I think they would have built that team back around going around defense, a solid quarterback, and like one or two gritty wide receivers and a running back. Like I think they would just went back to doing like smash mouth shit and just trying to figure it out. Be a decent team until they could get back into some type of prominence. But they would have probably been a 8 or 9 win team until they
Right.
found what they was looking for. But in this situation, man, I think they built that team to win. I think they built that team to fly down the field and make plays and push and use Lamar to the best of his ability. And now we just waiting on Lamar, man.
Yeah. And then now, right now, everybody's healthy, and they beat us a couple weeks ago, and then I think did they have a no they came off bye race, so they actually supposed to play I think Detroit, if I'm not mistaken. No, they play Minnesota.
Okay. Whoever they
So
play, man, we just waiting on Lamar. Lamar is it's all about Lamar gearing up and taking over because the position that Lamar is in is him. Like when he's in close games, we see Lamar like his switch don't flip on. You know what I mean?
hmm
Like when he's in close tight games and you need him to make that one or two passes or one or two plays, like
yeah,
we seeing that is really him. Like he's not rising to the occasion. And maybe just because it could be bad
formation like the team
bad
around him.
formation. Maybe it's bad formation, or maybe it's just like his check downs are bad. You know what I mean? He's not looking at the correct wide receiver, and He's not making it the correct throw or whatever. But whatever it is, I hope he figure it out. I don't know the correct terminology because I ain't the best football guy in the world, but
Yeah,
I hope he figure it out, man. We waiting on you, Lamar. You that guy. You that nigga, man. And we waiting on you. We seen Pat Mahomes do it. We know what he capable of doing. We know
yep,
right now he in a situation where his receivers ain't the best. You know, he losing pieces. Certain pieces are coming back or they on their way back.
yeah,
We see what he dealing with. We know that Josh Allen is capable of doing it, but we ain't worried about Josh Allen. We know like he's at 6'5",
yeah,
240. He's they call him Superman. You know what I'm saying? In a football pass, but I ain't worried about him. I'm worried about Lamar. I'm worried about that purple baby.
yes, sir.
Purple. I want to see that purple get out there and get a chip, man. I want to see him get a chip
Yeah,
before it's over.
that's the
And this is the prime time to do it while you in the prime of your career, Pat Mahomes in the prime of his career. You know what I'm saying? And I want to see that. I want to see you overcome the odds of the best teams in the AFC and prove that you really that guy. That's it.
yeah.
That's all I want to see. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, like he can pull it out the fire. Now I'm starting to believe that this season is ass for them. Like I think they got what 4 wins,
They yeah.
4 losses, I should say, 4 losses.
No, you're right. They just got their fourth win. They got their third with us, and then they beat the Dolphins like that next Thursday.
Okay,
So they like
so
4-6. They literally got to real off the next like 5-7, just even. Actually, they can only afford maybe one more loss, but like they really have to start on a 5-6 game winning streak
they got to dig
because
in.
yeah. But the thing that's helping them is that the division is kind of like still 500 ish, so they right there, but like
It only
only
take one
team
bad loss to fuck it up. You know what I mean? You be at the back of the line. You know,
exactly
talking about some, and we'll be looking forward to a better season next season. You know, we going fishing.
for
So
real,
we
right?
really,
Exactly.
I really want to see Lamar perform at a high level. I want him to get his legs under him, get his arm together, get warm on that field, man, and be able to produce at a very high level. But he got to do it, man, because you know those windows are closed with having a guy like Derrick Henry or having decent wide receivers around you. Those
Yeah,
windows are closed on you, you know. And injuries are a motherfucker. We know that injuries will rob you of your career and they will rob you of your time on the field, and you'll have more time off the field. So hopefully he can get it together, man. I'm with Lamar. I'm behind Lamar.
yeah,
I want him to win a chip.
100%.
I want him to get a chip out
Big
that thing.
trust.
Big trust, big trust.
Nah,
So
that's really the only knock is like now you just gotta get that ring because like you got all the accolades like the regular season, MVPs. Should have won another one last year, low key, but you one of the best rushing quarterbacks of all time. You defied the odds. Like they thought you was supposed to be a receiver or any other position,
running back,
running back, and now one of the coldest players in the league. So yeah, it just comes down when it comes into playoffs. It's kind of like I can say heating that up, but like the whole team in a way. Like there's a couple games you could put it on him, and then but last year he did what he needed to do to get to the team in the overtime.
it was just those last
And
final plays, bro.
the tight end dropped the ball, which is his
Your
safety
main
blanket any
guy,
other time.
your main guy dropped the ball in his hands. It was there.
So like he put them in position to win too. So it's like he just got I don't know, just dial it in, lock in that those last couple of plays. Just no, they know that no one on the field is messing with you. Like you got and that makes that show what the defenses and like other teams are smart though. Like they definitely look at the tape and see like, all right, they rush a little bit more. They QB spy on him a little bit more, close him down. But like you said,
That should be harder to do with having Derrick Henry back there, man.
right, you
And that's
would
what I
think,
think. Yeah, and that's what I was saying, man. Like they need to let that dude loose. Let Derrick Henry loose, man. We understand that y'all want to pass the ball. We understand that y'all want to get the ball downfield. That's why y'all got all these guys on the squad.
yes,
Let that motherfucker, let that horse run, dude. Let him run till he can't run no more. Let him open up the game for y'all. Why cheat yourself?
true. And that's the thing. Like like that last year, he balled out too. Like, I thought he was getting to the older front, but he's just too big to be kind of like stopping. But I mean, it's the couple games where they did let him run and do his thing. Like he was killing, and then just the last quarter, he just fumbled the ball. It's two games where he literally fumbled the ball, and they lost in the game, which is
Bro,
why they're
that
in the
was
position. Which is why they was like 1-4, 1-5. Like he lost him a couple games.
Yeah, he did. He did. And that was my only issue. Like, yo, is that gonna be a thing where he's losing the ball, he's fumbling the ball, or is it just one of those freak things where it got that big, hey, it's a simple mistake. But I want to see this motherfucker ball out. I think
Yeah,
they should start off using him and then doing a was it run play option, the RPO. Let that be effective for y'all. And then open it up. Open the game up, man. We know that they
yeah,
watching Lamar. We know that they want to keep him contained and everything, but open that bitch up, man. Let the motherfuckers play. Like I know y'all got the plays for it. I know y'all do. Y'all
right.
don't have Lamar sitting back there knowing that he can run and knowing that he can use his feet, knowing that he can throw the ball, knowing that y'all got these speedy wide receivers out there. I know y'all ain't put all that together to sit there and be stiff as fuck and be boring going down the field. I know y'all ain't got all that just to say, yo, we just gonna throw the ball or we gonna run, we gonna tip for tap with you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying on the line on these little run plays. No, man, open that bitch up. Let them guys run, man. Let
Yeah,
your horses run. That's what you got them for.
exactly.
Mark Andrews is there. He's a hell of a player.
Yeah, they got a nice little backup tight end too. Isaiah Likely, he could ball when he.
He balls. He balls out.
And that's the only thing though with this team is like since Lamar Bennett, they never really had like a cold wide receiver like Zay Fowler is fine. Like, he could play, he could ball, but like
He decent.
he kind of small though too. So it's like which he's great slot like a number if he'd be the perfect number two guy. But if you
Mm-hmm.
get a number one like a
Mm-hmm.
DK or anybody that's like that could kill Jackson Enigma like for Lamar, that's
You
gonna
need
open
it.
up the offense
There it
even
is. You
more.
need the type of guy that you know that if, hey, look, going down the sideline or anywhere on the field, if I put the ball there, he's gonna catch the ball.
Exactly.
You need one of those guys. But for now, you got to go with what you got. But it's like Zay should be running slots and shit like that, like across the middle. I ain't saying try to get him killed or anything, like slots
Yeah,
and
no, yeah.
everything.
But
Yeah,
he's shifty enough to,
he's that type of guy. Like I don't need him in the backfield. I don't necessarily need my man in the backfield doing that. I just need him
nah,
running the type of plays that opens up the game, and it'll open up the game for him and everybody else. You know what I mean? Mark Andrews, I like him. Isaiah Likely, and to be honest, bro, I would be using Likely and Andrews a lot more, man.
yeah, for real.
I would be using them a lot more because who's gonna guard two big motherfuckers like that? Linebackers can't contain them all the time going
Exactly.
down the sideline. You know what I mean? Like you can't contain big guys like that. Y'all
Yeah,
are big enough, but y'all ain't mobile enough. I mean, the game is set up now where guys are more mobile, but I
yeah,
don't see nobody containing Isaiah Likely, dude. I would use them guys more often.
for real. No, I do like they did with the Patriots with Hernandez and
And
Gronk.
Grunt, yeah. Look, these are two horses, and we going down the field every time. And when we don't, we going under with what's my man name?
You got Bateman. You got
No.
who we just talking
When it
about?
was the Patriots, when it was the Patriots, what was them dudes' names
Oh, like
that they was using
Welker, and
going
then we had
Chris,
Edelman.
yeah, Welker, Edelman. Them motherfuckers are catching little passes, going for 10 yards, 15 yards. You know what I mean? Like do that. Like that's what y'all should be trying to do, man. Like open the
Yeah,
game up for this kid, man. Let this kid show. Hey, look, when you can't get the pass that you're looking for down the field, dump it off right here. Dump it off right there. Dump
right.
it off over there. And I think the same could be said for a guy like Caleb Plant, man. You ain't got to. Everything ain't about making the most correct and precise play, man. It ain't about being perfect on the field. It's about finding those little tinks and dinks the same way that Brady did during the course of a game. Find the guys that you know that are open. And if you don't have it, throw the ball away.
Exactly.
Let's just
That's
get rid of it.
that's what I always been saying. Like with Bears QBs, or like just offense, like you ain't gotta go for the home run every time, or like stuff is running all the time. Like dink and dunk, like get surgical. Like you can get those 5, 6 yards every time. Like just get the first down. That's the
There it
main thing.
is.
Just move the sticks.
Move the
Then
sticks.
get in the red zone. Then that's when you make the creative plays or like the right right plays to try to get a touchdown. But like I learned just playing through. Like, I know I try to compare Madden, but it's like I learned how to beat people just like killing the time, like running the ball, and then 5 yards here, 6 yards here,
Yes,
10
sir.
yards there, quick
Yeah.
under,
Yeah.
curl route,
Yeah, and
and
keep
then
these motherfuckers guessing, man.
exactly.
They shouldn't be
He,
knowing that. Hey, we know you're gonna run. Hey, he running over that way. You be hearing them doing the game, man. They like, hey, we know that weak ass play. That play ain't gonna work,
right.
right? You can hear it now. Like they got them. Everything is mic'd up. Hey, they better run that same weak ass play. They better run the same weak ass play, and then or they audible and everything. Like,
Yeah,
come on, man,
they be
open the game
talking
up.
crazy to each other on that
Crazy to
line.
each other. Man, that shit ain't about to work. We seen that weak ass play y'all did 3 plays ago. We know what they about to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, open the book up, let these guys do it, man.
Yeah,
I'm saying that I'm not just saying that um to get him hurt or for them to lose games, but like I think I see so much more for Lamar. Maybe that's what it is. I have so much high hope in him and his potential that I think
yeah,
that he should be doing a lot more stuff out there when he's playing the game. You understand?
true. I agree. I agree. He just, he in a tough AFC. Like it's kind of like the West
Yeah,
of the NFL.
yeah.
Like if he was in the NFC, he probably would have been there one a couple times. Like Jalen Hurts been there twice. You got the Rams. Matt Stafford and them, which is he's looking good, balling out right
Yes, sir.
now.
Yes, sir. Hey, if your TV on, turn it up. Turn it
Yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Turn it
That's all.
down.
I meant to ask you. Like, was that too much of a
Yeah, I hear it. I hear it.
gotcha?
I hear it. Once you log on, it pick up everything. Once you log on, I can hear anything in the background. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
So just mute it. You ain't gotta turn it off. Just mute that motherfucker. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. But definitely, I think it would be beneficial to open up that offense for a motherfucker like Lamar, so he can be more successful. And it keeps the defense honest. Like, look, we can do the run. We can what you call it? Spy 'em. But with
Yeah.
Derrick Henry back there flying around and them using Zay Flowers in the backfield, and then they got Likely going down the
Right.
field. You got Andrews going down the field. Like we got to. Hey, it's getting tougher. Like dude is figuring it out. So I definitely wish like they would open up that the package for him and let him do more. So what we talking about Thursday game? What you got for me? The Thursday's game. Who played just this past Thursday? Who was it?
That was the most ass game. Like that was a Broncos versus Raiders, which
Ass. Because I wasn't watching it anyway. So I'm told me don't watch that. We don't we
like
don't we don't go digging in the garbage for gold. You know what I'm saying? But go
I
ahead,
think
talk about it.
I mean I watched it to about half because that's
Mm,
how like ass it was. Like I gave it
mm.
the first couple of drives because like the game ended up like being with 10-7. Literally like that was the score. Like it was literally 10-7.
Motherfuckers
And
score more points in baseball.
I mean for real, dead ass. But no, that game it was just a defensive game, legit. Denver has the best defense in the league,
Okay, that's what it
and
was
then
then.
Oakland got a pretty good defense with Max Crosby. Like he's a great rusher, one of the best rushers in the league. Pretty solid defense. I mean, I saw it against the Bears. Like they could play, but it's just they offense. Like Gino is ass. Like, but I've been telling people
Damn.
the last year. I was like, Gino is bound to throw you a pick or two. Like every game, no matter what. Like you can bet on it.
And
Like
Gino that's the one that played for the Seattle Seahawks a couple years ago, right? And he had
yeah,
a decent season over
yeah,
there.
yeah. Solid first year when he got there, he just balled out. Like just some stuff he did in college. Like he was doing that.
Yeah.
And then he kind of like went back to his old ways a little bit, but like the team was kind of like not there yet either.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they thought that's what they thought it was. It's like, all right, maybe in Oakland, you got a new environment, new team, new coach. Pete Carroll coming
Okay.
back,
Yeah.
and then he just been trash. Like he could throw, like he'd give you 270, 300 yards, but he gonna give you 2 picks, 3 picks, a
That's the thing
fumble.
that's like the most consistent thing about him is the picks, right? Like
Yeah.
the pass, he may give you a decent game, but he also get picked. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I don't know. I don't want to say nothing about the bad about the brother, but I'm glad
Right.
he got
Yeah.
this opportunity last year, and I hope that he improves the rest of the year. But it's ass right now. And
Yeah.
the assness is showing. So um, there it
But
is.
yeah,
But that score was 10-7.
it was just a bad, like, even Bo Nix had like two picks. Like, you just Sean Payton just, from what I was hearing a lot and seeing from I seen the first half, like, just made some bad calls and bad plays and situations. Like when you got like a 31 and you should be running it, or like make an easier play than what you did. Like, I guess he went for like on some long stuff, like trying to be tricky, but
What you
ended up
think about Bo
backfiring.
Nix? What you think about Bo Nix?
He decent. He mid-ish a little bit. Like
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
he just around. He's got a really good defense, and like he no he I mean like, he can ball when he wants to, but like these last 2 3 games, he kind of like ain't been showing up like he should have. Like, and I ain't saying he got the best offense. Like the running backs, J.K. Dobbins, and you got R.J. Henry, who's a rookie. They okay, they decent. Like Dobbins, he'll go off for 101 game, and then next week give you 20 yards. But like
Shit, who
they,
fault is that?
you can say you put a little bit of ball like on the coach, really. Like
Yeah.
the offensive coordinator, like setting them up for the plays. But like
Mm-hmm.
they probably have
Mm-hmm.
like some offensive line, flags and stuff, like penalties and stuff, and like
Yeah.
they gotta deal with too. But like he decent. Something about it, like I feel like you could find better, but like for right now, for especially like what they were before, like the last few years, like he took them to the playoffs last year in his first year, so
Keep your
he
keep
good
your
enough to do
face
that.
keep your face in a frame. Keep your
Keep
face
your
in the
face.
frame. No, to the back. There you go. You gotta keep yourself in the frame because you doing shit like this, and it look like I'm
Yeah.
just talking to the mouth and everything. I'm like, he tripping over there, man.
Nah, yeah, true,
Yeah,
nah, yeah.
yeah,
But he's decent enough to obviously like a game manager enough to get you to the playoffs or like win some games.
yeah.
But this year, like they 7-2 or something like that. Like they ain't really play nobody. Like they won a couple games where they you should have won. Like, but some of them games the defense just bailed them out,
What
which
you
was
think? What you think about the kid? What's the kid name in New York? What's the kid name?
oh
Giants. What you think about this guy?
he actually cold. I ain't gonna stunt. We actually played them tomorrow, and if they had Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo,
I
the running
hope
back.
they beat the Bears motherfucking ass, boy. Oh, I hope they beat I hope whatever dude name is, I hope he go out for 4 touchdowns, 300 yards. Boy, I hope he torched the Bears.
Like
David,
he
if
could
you
do
ever hear
like
this, I hope you hear this, boy.
he can ball, like he could throw it, and then he can use his legs a lot. Like that's the thing. Like that could be the
Okay.
killer for us. Like
Okay.
if he know how to use his legs and like run the lanes, his protection,
hmm
it's gonna be a long game. But
When I saw him take off the last week or the week before, through the middle, and he took off for some yards, I was like, oh, dude. He can move, huh? So
yeah,
he can move and he got an arm. I was like, all right, he gonna be tough
yeah,
if they put the right people out in the field. And then they main guy got hurt with like was an arm injury or leg injury or something. He tore his
oh
knee
yeah,
up or something.
like Scatterbo twisted, dislocated his leg, like his
Yeah,
ankle,
dog.
like it literally turned the other way, like it wasn't supposed to go.
Damn.
And
So he
then
don't have no weapons then, cause the wide
that's the thing,
receiver
like
hurt. Now
yeah,
now your
Neighbors
running back hurt.
down.
Damn.
He's down. So like that's why like I'm thinking the Bears gonna win because like
I still hope
he
he get 300 yards on their ass.
hey, he can
Bear
get 300
down.
yards. Long as the Bears win, he can get 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. As long as he got like a pick and a fumble, we win the game somehow. I'm cool with
You know
that.
what? I ain't mad at that. You know what I mean? And people wonder why I be so tough on the Bears, man. I'm from Chicago, and I watched them not give up the Super Bowl, but I watched them lose a Super Bowl by going with Rex Grossman instead of the guy that got you to the dance. They went
Coward.
13-3. You know what I mean? And people keep telling me I'm wrong about that, but I remember it. Like I remember
Yeah,
that
no,
season.
me too. That's when I like really start to really focus in on football
Yeah,
and like the Bears.
yeah.
And I remember like, so I remember the season before, like Rex Grossman was like he got a
He was a
cannon, but it's
he was
just
a
like
5'11" running not running back quarterback with an arm like Brett Favre, and they thought this guy was gonna be the type of dude that was gonna come in and uh, emulate that type of style. But there's only one Brett Favre. There's only
hmm
one person that we know in the world that can know the offense and then break the offense up and turn it into something different, and that's what Brett Favre do. that's what a Brett Favre does. And he did that for 14, 15, 20 years. And
Yeah,
it kind of seemed like they was expecting this guy to come in and do the same
right,
type of thing. And that wasn't, and while he may have had the arm, he didn't have the wide receivers
right.
to do that, you know. So uh insert Kyle Orton, who takes you 13-3. While this dude smashes up his ankle, he breaks his ankle or whatever. He becomes a game manager under Lovey
Hmm.
Smith and everything. They called him a game manager, whatever. But I thought he was a solid quarterback. You know,
Yeah, no, yeah. Like
but he did play it safe though. We can't lie. He did play
true,
it
like
fucking
he
safe.
played it safe, but he kept us in games and he didn't turn the ball over like that. Like that. That's how I was able to learn like the game. I was like, I saw how Rex was, and I saw how Cal was. I was like, somebody he got a little more poise. He take his time. Like
Yeah,
he made the safe play, but it's the right play at least.
yeah,
Like all right, at least we're moving the chains or like getting some yards out of it instead of like getting the sack,
yeah.
throwing a
Getting a sack,
pick,
don't yeah, or ended
fumble.
up or going into the fourth down. It's 4-13. You know what I mean? It would be fourth and
Exactly.
three, fourth and manageable. And you're looking at the situation where, all right, are we going to kick this or do we like take the chance and run it with Devin Hester or do some type of trick play or something
Right.
like that,
You
right?
got Thomas Jones in the back
Thomas
who was
Jones, yeah,
balling that year.
yeah.
You
They
know, you
had
got
decent guys. And then for me, they fucking sunk the ship. They put this dude in the fucking game, and
it
you know.
just with the 7 point lead. Like you started off with Devin Hester running it back on the first play of the game.
Salute to Devin Hester, man. If
The
he went to the
greatest.
He went to the Hall of Fame, right?
He went to the Hall of Fame off basically that. Like off
Off
of
this,
kick
off that alone,
returns,
man,
punt returns,
you had a
and a
hell of
few
a,
receivers.
yeah, you had a hell of a season that year. They should have kept you. I don't think necessarily that you should have been a wide receiver. Maybe there should have been a package geared towards you here and
Yeah.
there, but they ain't have to make you a main wide receiver. You know what I
No.
mean? I was fine with you doing the kickoff returns and blasting through people and making sure that you could put points on the on the board and making sure that we did have something electric and something to
Oh yeah.
be happy
He
about, and get us good position on the field as well. So yeah,
exactly.
salute to Devin Hester, man, Thomas Jones, what the dude that was A Train and the motherfucker
Anthony
that
Thomas.
Anthony Thomas and the motherfucker, man, who would have turned out to be a good wide receiver for us, but he got twisted up, man, and
With
they
Johnny
wrecked him.
Knox.
Johnny Knox, man, wherever you are, brother, God bless you,
Yeah.
man. I hope you're doing well. But
Yeah.
back to the, go ahead, keep talking,
I was
keep
just
talking.
saying he was gonna be something cold if he would have stayed healthy. Like
Hmm.
I at the
Hmm.
time I didn't want like I couldn't like something about like I don't know if he's that good or he just like getting lucky, but like
We lost him. We
we
lost him
lost him.
early. Man,
Yeah,
that play was so nasty.
I remember that game. Yeah,
Oh, oh, that play was so nasty. Man, I was like, man,
yeah,
I don't know if he can come back for that.
yeah. That was tough.
Yeah,
That
it
that
was.
changed the course of the career and the season for us.
Go ahead and get back to it though, man. The Bears are playing on Sunday, which is
Yes,
right around
sir.
the corner. Shit, we gonna go ahead and release this as soon as possible because I just thought about that. But yeah, go ahead, speak on that game, man. The Bears gonna lose. What was you saying? I ain't hear everything.
Bears gonna win. It's gonna be definitely a nail biter type game. I feel like it's gonna be because like they got a solid team. Like they got a solid defense. Like they got some players on that
Trash.
side. Dexter Lawrence and all them, like Brian Burns. Like they got a whip. It's just like, can we take what we took from Cincinnati, like as far as making our offense go? Because we put up 47 points,
Yeah,
and that was the thing,
yeah,
not kicking and instead of getting field goals every time. Because we can move the ball up the field, like every time, every first drive we moving the ball into the red zone. It's just stamping for the touchdown, getting the 6 points instead of three. So it's like, all right, I hope that Ben is like, all right, that's my main thing. Is like the last week, couple weeks, me and my guys, we were like, we put out predictions of like, what Caleb's gonna do, and they'd be like, I need 300 yards and three touchdowns, or he gonna go for 250 or whatever, two touchdowns. I was like, I need him not to turn the ball over and
big
make sure
facts.
his offensive line and receivers is in place to not get a penalty. That's what it kills us every time is
Yes,
the penalties. We'll make our best play of the game, a big throw, a big run, get called back because somebody hands to the face, somebody's not lined up right,
yeah,
somebody just doing some stupid like
yeah, yeah,
some discipline stuff that we should have been. Well, we were harping on. They said all season, but it's still just showing up.
yeah. So let's say this, Caleb Williams. We don't know if you'll ever hear this, but man, they said you was groomed for this shit. They said you was built from this from since the time you was 9, 10 years old. That's what I was told the other motherfucking day. So I hope you get it in your head, man, and you get it in your skull that this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to perform at a high level. And you got a lot of people in the city of Chicago and in the Midwest region that are really pulling for you because there's people
Yeah,
in Chicago that's in Milwaukee, all over in California, everywhere. There's people from Chicago that or just love the Bears that are everywhere. And you're a part of a very uh deep and elite culture that prides itself on being blue and orange or black and
yeah,
orange, whatever they want to say, white and orange, whatever it is. So man, get to it, my guy. You got to get to it, man. Keep your discipline, stay focused, but make sure if you can't get that ball down the field, man, do your check downs. You know all this. I don't have to tell you because I ain't no running back, I ain't no quarterback, I ain't never even played. Man,
exactly.
they did Omaha a whole check back in high school, and I said, this is it for me. I was
Hmm.
done with football. You understand me? I was done with that shit. But for you, brother, man, you got to make sure that you making the right plays because people are expecting you to evolve and grow and take steps and levels up for the rest of your career as a Bear. And they're expecting you to put up the next 16, 20 years as a great quarterback. But you gotta get it under control and get more electric for them. They expecting you to do more touchdowns and turnovers or just throwing the ball away, brother. So I wish you the best out there. But
Yeah.
if I'm, the other part of me is also saying fuck the Bears just because of the whole 13-3 season. I'm gonna always say it. I'm gonna continue to say it
Is
until
that
so.
what like that was your
That was
it for you?
it. That
Or
was
you
it.
like
Because it was like, yo, they not focusing on winning. They focusing on pleasing somebody, like a owner or something. They
yeah,
not focused. They
they
not
did
focused
true.
on
I can
winning.
see. Yeah,
Look, a certain player told me years ago in the NFL. Well, he ain't tell me. He said it while he was on a sports cast. He said
yeah,
it. He said there are only 5 to 7 teams in
yep,
every league of sports professionally that are trying to win, and you know
yes,
them by the moves they make. All
yep.
right.
I
I'm
agree with
sharing
that.
that with everybody so you understand how I think and my logic to some of the shit that I think about. If you are not in that top 5 to 7, you are probably a team that is decent. So you probably win the minimum amount of games to be half and half,
Yeah,
and you draft okay, or you draft a piece here, and people think that that's going to get them to the next level. And that, oh, we're going to draft this person, and we're going to get this wide receiver, who's really like a second or third option, and everybody think that's going to change the dynamic of a team.
hmm,
If you are on that tier, for people who are listening and understand and don't understand it, like the Bulls, if you are on that tier where you win the 40, the mid games or whatever, and you break even every season, they know that the fans are going to come to the games regardless. They know y'all
yeah,
gonna fill the seats up regardless. So they don't care about winning. They don't
yes,
care. The guys that really are really elite, that care more about winning instead of filling their pockets, those are the guys that they know want to win. Those are the guys that they know they'll sacrifice salary cap. They know that they
yep,
sacrifice um uh what you call it, be getting fines and everything for having certain players or breaking certain rules and everything. They know that they'll go out their way to do that type of stuff because they know that they actually want to win. So
hmm.
because of that, I've been watching it, and when they said they had Jay Cutler and they had what was the wide receiver?
Brandon Marshall,
Brandon Marshall.
Alshon Jeffrey.
Alshon Jeffrey. That was an okay squad. We looked at Jay Cutler. Man, it looked like Jay Cutler wasn't even there half the fucking time. Even when he was on the field, he was looking at him going like, man, is this motherfucker really here right now? Does he really
Yeah,
want to be here? Come to find out, dude had issues with, his mentality. And I ain't saying nothing bad about him, but it's hard for me to look at that team and say, yo, they gonna take it further than they ever did. Now, it was a decent team. They was winning, but it seemed to me, and my big bro Ken, he'll tell you. I said, hey man, I think was it McNown or McCown? I said, I think he's a better quarterback
yeah.
than Cutler is. He said, man, if you don't shut the hell up, I said, bro, watch how they get hyped up and amp when he come in the game. Like they execute.
I ain't gonna lie. When Jay got hurt and McCown came in, those like 3 to 4 games, the offense looked just as good, if not better, with him in the game. Like he was definitely a quarterback who knew like, all right, where to go with it, on time with it, what he was looking for.
Bro, they were playing and it was like, yo. We not just playing, but we playing with you and we playing for you and we playing because we know you know how to execute this offense. They looked like they were clicking. Yeah, he
Yeah,
had some hiccups when he faced other teams that knew how to catch on to what he was doing because he was a veteran quarterback and people knew what to do to stop him and get to him, you know what I'm saying, when he was in the pocket or whatever it
yeah,
was. However, when that motherfucker took the field, they played for that guy, and it was like when Jay came back, I said, "Bro," I told him and the homie Ed, I said, "Y'all just look at the way they play. Watch them when they play." And then they sat
yeah.
back one day when we couldn't make the game. I think we was at one of the homegirls' houses, Isola, whatever. We had a house, and everybody started watching. They was like, "Yo, they seem like they actually want to play when he out there on the field." I got up and went and got some. I was like, "I'm about to just get me a drink." Apparently, I don't be speaking English to none of you niggas, man. But um, hopefully, they can right the ship, you know. But until then, I'm gonna still keep saying what I'm saying about the blue and orange. You know what I mean?
I
I'm
feel
from
you.
Chicago. I'm always be from Chicago. Chicago is my heart. Yeah, it's where I put a lot of time, pain, and memories in. However, if you want to see a team's worth, watch the moves they make, man. And Caleb Williams, I think that they made a very good choice in you. I just want to see what how it plays out. That's all.
Yeah, I agree. No, yeah, like I was skeptical of him at first, but like he's grown. He's definitely showing like he can play. It's just like you said, the moves you have to make. So like this all season, it looked like we signed Drew Dalman from Atlanta. We traded for Joe Thuney from Kansas City, and we got Jonah Jackson from LA. We have a top 15, 10 offensive line, if not one of the best. Like they said last week, we had the best line for that week. Like week 9, we had the best offensive line.
Okay.
Joe Thuney has not allowed a sack or QB hit since he's been left guard.
Okay.
And then
Okay. I like that. I
moving
like that.
Braxton Jones back into the second unit and having this guy Theo Benedict, who's an undrafted guy.
Hmm.
He been holding his weight.
Okay.
He been doing his thing. So it's like now's always the thing about the Bears. Like we would never fully address the offensive line through the years that I've been watching the Bears. It was like we would just like nick and pick and find somebody, here and there. We always had Olin Cruz, so they like, oh, we got him, we good. Everybody
Because
else
he
could
was a
be
solid dude.
subpar,
He was a
you
solid
know.
dude. But one solid guy is football is not an eye sport.
Exactly.
It's not a one player thing. One player doesn't affect the
No.
entire game. He affects his position and what happens at that point. But one player don't affect the entire game. You need a whole team of guys that can make everything work successfully.
Yeah, so
Olin Cruz could only do so much, man.
exactly. So like we got that going. Depending on how what we draft, and we could probably definitely draft another tackle, or not tackle, another guard, maybe to replace Jonah. I don't know. But then we might have hit goal with our backup running back Cal Monunga, 7th round pick.
He looked decent.
He looked decent. He had a great game last week against Cincinnati for filling in for DeAndre Swift because he was hurt.
Hmm.
So he balled out over 100, like I think like over 100, at
It was
least
like
120
140 or
yards.
something like that.
Yeah, like it
Yeah.
was a decent
Decent game. Yeah. I looked at it. I was like, all right, little dude. All right,
yeah,
my guy.
and the reason
I
why
need to
I
see
thought
more of
he
that.
was a great pick for at the 7th round pick because he led the Big Ten because he played for Rutgers. I think
Mm.
the conference he's in is Big Ten. He led the Big Ten in rushing. I was like, oh, that's impressive to me. Like if you led
It
a
might
whole
be a
conference,
steal.
that's one of the big program for like SEC, Big Ten. Like that's no small feat. Like you played
It's
against
not.
some good defenses and some good teams,
It's not.
and like
That could be a steal. You understand what I'm saying? If they paying attention to what he's capable of doing. So I don't know if we got a 1-2 punch, but could that be a situation where they put Swift and him?
that's going forward, if Ben's going to do what he did in Detroit, you have to like Swift. That's like I always say. Like Swift, he can run. Like if you put him in space, he'll make the he'll go. Like he'll get you 10, 15, 20 yards right up 40 yard out of nowhere.
But he ain't
It's
no
just
bang.
between the that he no banger.
He
He
ain't
just
bang.
between your tackle is tough. But like if you give him some space or opening, he gone. But Kyle, he'll
Gotcha.
take you head on. There's a couple plays last week I seen where like I thought he would have been down. He spent off him or rushed through him for the first down for 10 yards. I'm like, hold on. And that could be our David Montgomery and Gibbs.
You need that.
Like
You need
literally
that.
once. And I always felt that way about like a good football team. You gotta have thunder and lightning. You gotta have someone
You should. You
that can run
should.
in the middle, thump it. bulldoze, just keep pounding, and then somebody that's quick enough, like you can do. If you throw it, you can throw it to him real
Yeah.
quick on the out.
Yeah, you should have your cowbell. Then you should have your guy your horse, right? You got your cowbell,
Exactly.
you got your buffalo, then you got your horse. You know what I'm saying? Let the motherfuckers do what they're gonna do. Like you said, thunder and lightning. So
Exactly.
if dude turn out to be what he is, I think they should just go ahead and and slowly insert him and say, hey,
Oh yeah.
we gonna have to open up the lane for him too. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
And make sure
That's
he got some plays out there on the field to make sure that when Swift come out, he can come out for series of plays. And they don't take away from Swift.
exactly. Yeah.
They don't take nothing away from him. We just want to make sure that we preserve him as well because we trying to move along in the course of the season. We want to get the further we get. We know that health is an issue in football or any sport, right? So you
Exactly.
want to keep your guy healthy as much as possible. But I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm just a regular dude
No,
sitting here talking to my one of my guys, one of my G's about
you
sports.
hit it on the nail. Real talk. Like that's how I felt like. Because that's the reason Bernardo left. He been having like a nagging groin injury. It was like, all right, because when he was healthy, he was balling those 2 3 game stretch.
Mm-hmm.
But when you keep playing him, because Roshan Johnson, they wouldn't play him for like the first 4 5 games for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kyle, he was still getting his legs under him, like just still getting used to the physicality of the league. But
Yeah,
like that game against where I think was it the Saints or something, where he had scored like he had 90, 80 some yards in the touchdown, and then Swift had like 100 some yards in the touchdown. Like, oh, we can do that. Like, and it was over
yeah,
200 yards rushing. Like, that's our Nathan bread and butter. Like, that's always been the thing.
bro,
Bears
make it
had
easy on yourself.
good
Yeah.
defense, and then they just had good running. Like, especially in the cold weather season, when it get cold, we gonna need to run the ball.
You're gonna need to run the ball, bro. You're going to need to run the ball. And having a 1-2 punch says so much when you're able to shove the ball down the defense throat. Oh, you thought we just gonna wear him out? No, we got thunder and we got lightning. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all gonna be on the field all day trying to catch one or two of these motherfuckers all day. And while y'all trying to do that, every time y'all go for that pass rush, we gonna turn that bitch up and we gonna turn it loose and we gonna open this motherfucker up every time. Well, I said that wrong. When y'all go rushing in the back, looking for them
All right.
running backs, we gonna start opening up down the field and we gonna make moves. So I would like to see them do well.
Mhm.
We just know how I feel. So let's stop talking about them. What else? What else do we need to talk about on that team? Like as far as the offense and defense, what else do we need to discuss?
Uh, for the defensive side is like we can we one of the best teams that turn the ball over, but like we need better pass rushing. Like pass rush is it's not that great. It could be better. Swift is cool. Like not Swift, Sweat.
I was about to say Swift.
He can get to the quarterback, but like we need help on the other side. Thing is, we just lost like 2 3 players to injury for the rest of the year. We just lost
Mm,
with Demarcus Robinson. He hurt his ankle last week against Cincinnati. I think the first play. Oh, I think it was either that or the Saints game,
mm.
and he was had to sit out. But he might play this week. But we just lost the guy we signed from Indianapolis Colts, Dio Obendingo. I could be mispronouncing this wrong. My bad, bro. If
Hmm.
that's the case,
Hmm.
we signed him for big money, and he just tore his Achilles. So
Damn.
he's out for the rest of the year. We our rookie, like our third or fourth round, yeah, Shamar Stewart. He another defensive lineman guy. Who was looking decent on the edge. He was actually a defensive tackle, but we ended up moving him to the defensive end, and he was starting to show a little bit. Like he wasn't nothing crazy, but like he was solid.
Okay.
He's injured for the rest of the year, so it was like, dang, we just lost two people, which is why we made the trade for this guy from Cleveland Browns, another defensive end who's okay, decent, I guess.
Okay.
Maybe he'll unlock with us, maybe not. I don't know,
Okay.
but
And we are now past the trade deadline, right? Like
yes,
that's what we
yes.
okay. Okay.
Yes, and there was a lot of trades that went down over this past Tuesday. Um, Sauce Gardner from the New York Jets, one of the best cornerbacks in the league, even though he kind of had like an up and down season this year. He's with the Indianapolis Colts now, which they doing pretty good. They just lost last week against Pittsburgh though, but it was one of those teams.
You think the coach just had a decent beginning to the season and it's gonna fall off after that? Or you think they're gonna continue to do well?
I think they're going to continue to do well because they do have a good defense and they have Jonathan Taylor, who's been playing like the best running back all season and
Mm.
could be MVP if not Offensive Player of the Year. Daniel Jones, I was like maybe like he gonna show fall off at some point. But the thing is like, he can make the plays when you need to, but everything else around him has to be great. Like everything else has to be good. Like when the one time he went to the playoffs with the Giants, when he had Saquon as his running back,
Mm-hmm.
and he had
Mm-hmm.
decent receivers, like as long as he had good receivers and a good running back to carry the game a little bit, he can give you those throws and use his legs and get the touchdown and lead you to some wins. So like
Let's
I think that
revisit that though, real quick. Keep your thought. Keep your thought.
yeah, yeah,
Let's
good.
revisit that. You had Daniel Jones, who was a decent quarterback or okay quarterback. You didn't really know what he was capable of because he didn't have the correct people on the field with him, right?
Hmm.
But then you had this cold ass running back that y'all had that everybody wanted, or anybody that could pay the
And
money
he,
to get him. They would have said, "Man, I'll take Saquon." And y'all, instead of signing the dude back, y'all let the motherfucker go who was the best player on your team at any point in time. Okay,
yes,
we you need the quarterback. We get that. We need the quarterback. You got to have somebody to get the ball down the field. But he wasn't getting the motherfucking ball down the field. He was
nope,
terrible.
yeah, yeah. You saw
He
when
was ass, butt
yes,
cheeks,
and
butt
without
cheeks. Like we didn't. It was terrible to see that. Yo, it was frustrating to see. And I was like, yo, Saquon got to get out of there. He got to get out of there because that's not safe for him. And then
yeah,
boom, he goes to New York. I mean, he goes to Philly and they
Philly
win a damn championship, bro. With the guy
championship.
that they say is an average quarterback.
You're right, exactly. Like the thing, like one, like not only did you trade him to within your own division to your rival,
Within your own
like
division
who
and
does
your
that?
yo, you know what I was
Like,
at? You know what they was probably thinking? He gonna go over there with the average quarter, this so-called good quarterback with his average so-called quarterback,
hmm
and he'll just fall off and won't we won't even hear about him again.
right,
And he go over there and you see the tweets from Hollywood, was it Hollywood Brown? And you see the tweets from Jalen Hurts. He said, and they was just laughing. They was laughing. They was doing all types of, this might be a good thing right here.
oh yeah, AJ Brown, AJ
AJ
Brown,
Brown, my fault. AJ Brown. And look how that turned out, you know?
man, like he was balling. Like I think he had like was it 2,000 yards? Like he was about to break somebody's record.
Bro, last year,
He was about to
last
break
year, Eric
Eric.
Dickerson.
Yep.
Eric Dickerson had 2005 or 2016 yards total in one
Hmm.
season. Let me say this too. When people hear that, they go, wow, that's crazy. Think about this though. They play even less games when
Yeah. Yeah.
Eric
That's
Dickerson was playing.
that is the thing about like these breaking these records. Like they now they're getting that extra
It's
game.
easier. It's easier now. They was playing 12 to 14 games back then. Now it's
Right.
16,
Exactly.
17 games. It's 18. And I think they're gonna push it up to 20 at one point, but that's me. Hopefully that, this is a moment
Man,
in time where we say this and this is historic, we can always go back and say
that's
it.
true. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Get that
But
off.
now I believe they're gonna try to get up to 20, my guy. I believe they want that 20 spot. Because
Yeah.
the revenue that they get is so crazy. They own Sunday.
Yeah. That's
And
literally
they
it.
own
Like,
Sunday, right? So it's gonna get to the point where they're gonna end up owning Thursday,
yeah. I mean,
right?
things about the, I kind of want them to get away from those Thursday game because like every other 2 3 games is a fire game, but every pretty much every other game though is it's a mid game. Either one team really balling and one just weak as hell, trash that week,
Yeah,
or they both trash. Like you just seen both with the Denver game and Oakland, it's like a 10-7 low scoring game. Like
I hear that. I hear that. But the other part is I don't want these guys to be injured, you know?
that's what it is. Like you got them playing right back in 3 days, four
Yeah.
days,
Friday, Saturday,
which could
Sunday.
increase more of it. Yeah, they
Yeah,
have a 10 day
yeah,
recovery after that if they
yeah,
make it through the game.
yeah. And the other part is like if you gonna have these guys playing mid week games, start making these buys around some of that too to make sure that, after that game there's a buy. Like they're not playing on a Sunday or
And
they
yeah,
or
they try to do.
yeah,
They say they try to do that, but like some
yeah.
teams still be. But then I say they say you said you think they're gonna get to 20 games. They already talking about going to 18,
They already
but
talked about going
they
to 18.
yeah, but they saying like I think Joe Burrow even said like if y'all do that, y'all gotta give us at least 2 bye weeks now. Like which
Facts, facts,
I agree.
facts.
Like
They they
if
they
it's
they do deserve an extra bye week if you gonna do it. Cause bro, it's going that way. I'm telling you, it's going that way.
yeah
the players are gonna go shoot. If they're gonna do it, we need 2 or 3 bye weeks. We need some extra time to heal
Yeah,
and recover because not only are we playing and we're wrecking our bodies out here on this field, but we're playing even more through the course of a season, right? So if y'all gonna do that, man, give us the time to heal up and have some type of recovery. So
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, because you don't want this league to be watered down like just losing players. Like they already losing players within the first few weeks. So it's like they really gonna make it through to week 18, 19, 20. Like
a lot of guys gonna be injured.
you would have to increase the team size though too. Like instead of 53 players, you're gonna need 60,
Mm-hmm.
65.
Mm-hmm.
Bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully,
Or instead of you would make it to 53, but some of those guys that are on that practice squad, they
oh yeah.
become more of reserves now. Like you can
Hmm.
actually start using those guys the same way the Lions had to do last year when they had 12 guys that ended up being hurt
Yeah, yeah.
throughout the course of the season. They was able to dink
Pull,
and dunk,
pull,
yeah, throw those guys in there to make sure that they could play throughout the course of the season, and they still did well. So
Yeah, well, even with it, like just imagine what they if they had a fully healthy team or mainly healthy team, the main players,
yeah.
Adley Hutchinson and all that.
Yeah, Aiden
Aiden,
Hutchinson lost
yeah,
him. But overall it was 12 guys they were short on, but still had a dope ass season. And I'm expecting them to have that battle at the top of the division for the NFC with the Eagles and
oh
everything.
yeah,
So
definitely, yeah. And that's the thing about this year. That's one thing that's gonna be make it tough for the Bears to make the playoffs this year. Is like it's a lot of good NFC teams right now. You got
facts.
Philly, you got the Rams, you got Seattle, who's looking like honestly probably one of the more complete teams, like
Okay.
defense, running, off receiving because they got Jackson and England just going crazy right now.
Yeah.
Like they say
Yeah.
he might break a record this year.
Mm. What doing what? Receiving?
Yeah, receiving like on some Jerry Rice, like he
Really?
balling right now. Like it
And
came out of
Jigba
nowhere
really
in a way.
perform like that, man. I need to pay attention to the dude, man.
Yeah,
Because I
like
was
he's
always
like
curious
every
about the
week.
name. Like, what?
It's like every game he has over 100 yards
Mm,
plus, like over like 140,
mm.
130, 2, 3 touchdowns or a touchdown or two. Like it's that's Sam Darnold like definitely
Number one guy.
putting the ball in his hand and he's showing like, oh,
Where is Sam Darnold? He in Seattle?
he is Seattle
In
now.
Seattle. Okay. I think that was a total mistake, and that's just me. I said there is
From
no way.
Minnesota,
Facts. Yeah, I said there was no way I'm letting him leave out of Minnesota after what he just did that season ago. I'm
13
keeping
and
him
3.
there. 13-3. I got y'all to 13. Uh,
Crazy.
that upsets me so bad. How do y'all like just walk out on it, like just give up on these guys after they get y'all so far? I would
Yeah,
have done it. I would have
I
done it.
think
Look,
he's
you got a guy who's already performing at a high level, and then you draft a kid out of college. All right, I would have went and told Sam, this is what we doing.
right.
We drafted him not to take your spot, but we know you ain't got long. Do you
Right.
understand? So he is going to be learning from you and he's going to be behind you the entire time. You have no worries at all. I promise you that. But we got to make sure that there's somebody, just in case anything goes wrong, there's somebody behind you that can ball out.
And that's my thing. Like I would think that would be like the main conversation with a lot of these teams that have like a good quarterback already. Then like they draft somebody or get somebody like, hey, you the man right now for us.
Mm-hmm.
But like just in case something happened to you or like it just ain't working out. Like, I want to groom this player. Like I want actually, if I'm a team that drafts a rookie quarterback, I really want him to sit that whole year to learn from you or whoever that my quarterback is. That's pretty good that he can pick up the tips and learn
That's
how
a
the
fact.
NFL life go.
That's a
Like,
fact.
look at Pat Mahomes sat behind Alex Smith for the whole year except for the last game, and they gave him the
And
keys for that
then
last
when
game.
bang bang, and then when Alex Smith got hurt, Pat Mahomes comes in, and the rest is history. Now we know who this guy really is.
Yeah.
You understand? I don't think there's nothing wrong with drafting a great quarterback from a Division 1 or that guy that you think is up next. But in a situation where you are winning and a guy gets you up to 13-3, I'm staying with my guy that got me 13-3.
Yeah, that's hard to deny. Like deny, like 13 and 3. Like somebody get you that, you like, huh? And you let them go still.
And J Mac is no disrespect to you. It's not saying that you can't do it. It's just I
Right.
know what this dude can do. I just saw it.
Yeah.
I just saw it. Justin Jefferson knows what he can do. We just saw it. Like the whole team knows what this dude can do.
Yeah,
Let's stay with this guy for a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? Let's stay with him.
yeah,
Let him rock out and see what he can do. And if he don't perform in the next 2 or 3 years, guess who we got in the back? J Mac, you up. And we know you can perform because you're gonna be under him. You're gonna be watching with him. You're gonna be
exactly.
learning from him. So
Yeah,
it would that's just me, man. That's just the way I do things. But that's why I'm not no owner. That's why I'm not no billionaire and everything. That's why
yeah,
we
yeah,
watch and we do shit like this and we sit here and talk about it because we ain't on shit. You know what I'm saying? But y'all owners, man, y'all be on some bullshit anyway, man. That's just me speaking.
yeah. Sometimes they just overthink themselves or think they too like smart on their own, like make the right decisions. Like,
They ain't that smart. We be sitting around looking, you, me, and the homies. We all be looking at these assholes. Like, what do y'all be doing, man? What do y'all be thinking? Is it and if it's business, I would think that business dictates that we win.
right?
The more we
You would think.
win, the more shares and the more TV percentages and everything else that you get. But maybe I understand the P&L profits and losses that well. Maybe I don't get the shit. Maybe I don't understand the whole entertainment value of it enough to understand that if I'm winning, there's more for me and more success for the team and everybody else in the background and management and everybody else as long as we are winning.
Yeah,
But if I
true.
take away from the winning just to get another guy to come along and be ready to play before his time. I don't know, man. Maybe I don't get it. I don't get it.
I agree. Like same with me. I feel like I don't know nothing either, but I do feel like I could be a solid GM if I was given that chance. But yeah, man. Like I don't know. It's just I think sometimes they really come down to their pride and ego. Like they think they just feel like they know better, or like they want to say it was them. Kind of like with the Jerry Jones situation. Like he owned the thing. He's a GM. He take care of everything, but he likes to have that credit. Like even the coach doing his job, the quarterback doing his job, he's still the one. Like you never see, like you never like I say, you never see any players in
Trash
interview, but he's the
bag
first person to get interviewed.
juice. Trash bag juice. As a GM, as an owner, I salute you for doing what you do. But we
Yeah,
know that if we look at the history of winning under him, it ain't just you, dude. It ain't you doing everything. It's the players. It's been your general manager.
coaches.
If you have had one, and it's been your coaches that have won and made
Yeah,
your team successful.
yeah. Real talk. I don't know if
That's
you
why
saw
you've
the.
been winning. That's why you've been winning. Not because of what you think that you've done, the guys that you paid. You can pay anybody any amount of money to come out there and perform on the field. That one guy doesn't make that whole team. You got to have people that can coach and people that can rally around a coach that they actually believe in and somebody
Hmm.
that they want to play for and play with and someone that they
Exactly.
know can make them successful. And we haven't seen that with Jerry Jones in the past few years. When we did see it, we saw it in the 90s. None of them other coaches are buying it. No one else is buying into that these coaches are good enough because they can't talk back to Jerry and do things the way that they want to do it.
True. Like,
Ass, ass. If it were me, I would be like, yo, I'm the general, I am the owner, and I'm stepping back. I'm hiring somebody, or I'm gonna be the general manager, and I need somebody to actually coach. And I don't need you to coach them the way that I want you to coach. I need you to perform. Make sure these guys perform at the highest of their ability and capability. I'm out. I'm sitting up in the box. I ain't got nothing else to say to you. I'll
exactly.
be up here when y'all need me. Get out
Yeah.
the way, Jerry. You in the way, man.
Yeah. I agree with that. I agree. No, wholeheartedly. But hey, I mean, when you the boss, them they pay the everybody else.
That's ego.
That's yeah, like I was saying,
Put
that's
your
ego.
MFing pride to the side and slide, man.
And
Let them
then
guys do what they need to do out there.
I give him his due what he passionate about the stuff. I will give him that because it's on other owners that don't care or like don't they not football knowledgeable enough
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
like know what to pick, who to draft, or even sign as a GM or sign as your coach or like look at the Bears and the Browns. It's like you keep just having these same like a cycle of just assness, like just trash,
Terry Jones looked like the more trash you are, he keep you like locked up somewhere and be using your body parts to keep him alive and shit. You know, like he be eating motherfuckers' body parts and shit, don't he? Like he
Yeah,
like he holding on for dear life and shit. Yeah,
he
like
be,
that. He look like he Botoxed out. You know what I mean? Like he look like he got like past players' body parts holding them up and everything, man. Man, if you don't get out the way and let these guys succeed, man, let somebody
yeah,
else run that team. Get you a real coach. It's some real coaches. You could have been hired one of them hardballs that was trying to come into the league. You know what I'm saying? I think, and a lot of people think that damn Dion Primetime, they think that he'd be a great coach over there. But you know what's the problem?
yeah.
Jerry don't want nobody else having more credit than he does.
More
He want
credit, more shine, more clout, all that.
It's okay if you do it on the field for a couple games or whatever, and people know who you are. But
Hmm.
you can't be that guy. He don't want nobody to be that guy. It
Uh,
has to be him, bro.
I agree. Yeah. So we'll see. I think this year, this is probably one of the few years. Like this year, of football has just been wacky. Like
It has.
the teams you expect to win end up losing, and then the
Yeah.
teams you think is gonna be trash or end up beating somebody and like a
hmm
top tier team.
hmm
But so this year there's really like no home run like this team is gonna win the Super Bowl. We know for sure. Yeah, like we could think like, oh yeah, the players like team like Kansas City, like they got the players to make a run to go back to the Super Bowl. Eagles, they should have the team to get back to the Super Bowl, but it's like
Should, but it's like
you you
they
you see some
struggling
chink in
too.
the armor.
hmm hmm
You see some chink in the armor, and you're like, oh, okay, maybe on a bad day, like a bad just one day, just Sunday, just if they don't show up all the way and you take advantage.
Do you remember last year's season, how it started off? Last year's season started off with a bunch of interceptions. Do you remember? It was a
Yeah,
bunch of people like just interception after interception after interception last year. This year seems like it's more heavy with injuries. You know, like it seems like it's either injuries or players not getting along with their teams or something like that. You know what I mean? It
yeah,
seems like more prevalent. Like things aren't just like going into the season, all the
yeah,
business side of everything wasn't handled, and it's like it's spilling all out into the
yeah.
field. But
I agree.
maybe I
No,
got it
like,
wrong on
yeah,
that one too. I
true
don't know.
that,
It
and
looks really weird.
also that what started off the year, it was the a bunch of like special team plays, like the block punts. Like there was literally like 2 weeks in a row where it was like 4 or 5 games had a block punt, block field goal
Mm.
for a touchdown or run it back or like just change the momentum of the game
You right. You
and
right.
just like we're like what's going on, like what's this like this rise of like just special team plays just being done, like people are just not locking in or just focusing on the the special teams like they was, but now it's like it cleaned up the last couple of weeks where I ain't you even seen as much, but it's like that was an interesting start to the season with that, and then like you
Mhm.
said the injuries and it's
Yeah.
like
This season been a little weird, a little bit more weird,
yeah,
a little weirder than normal than what
yeah,
we normally expect. So we'll see how it turn out, man. What else? What else? You want to talk about on the football side? Anything else in it? Wait. Let me ask you this. Your top five receivers currently in the league, in the NFL right now.
right now
Right now. Name them.
I got Jamar Chase,
Mm-hmm.
Justin Jefferson.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got, man. I mean, now this. I mean, if I'm going based off this season, the way he's been looking, Jackson Enigma
Okay, that's three.
from Smith Enigma. Who been balling?
Mm-hmm.
Like like people say AJ Brown, he be up there, but I'm like something about him. I just he got the body frame to be the one of the best in the league. It's just
Uh-huh.
him and Jalen right now is not clicking enough to be like I put him in my top five, but like his body, like or everything else he do, he can ball, like he can get it open routes. Um,
It seemed like he want to be spoiled, like he just want the ball just come to him every time. And I understand that that's every
yeah,
receiver. Like they always want
it,
the ball.
it's some divas out here too, yo.
Yeah.
Like
It's gonna always be that. Like the receiver is always gonna want the ball. But in the process of you getting the ball, you gotta understand something. If there was never no guy on the other side of the field
hmm
from you, opposite of you, to help you take that pressure off of you, you would never be able to get the ball. Ever. So you got a guy in Devontae Smith who's also a good receiver, and he showed that when he balled out and got 180 something yards, and you got 112 or whatever it was that you got. And y'all both had a hell of a game. But come on, Brown.
yeah,
That's
bro.
AJ Brown over there, right?
I'm gonna put AJ Brown up there.
AJ, man, come on, man, snap out of it, man. Stop sending them coded and subliminal tweets and shit, man. Get off that shit. Because what happens is you start saying shit like that, and the
Yeah,
media grabs it. They grab hold
yeah.
of that, and they start trying to make anything out of what you're saying.
Anything, especially if it's a
Anything.
slow news week, especially they gonna
Man,
focus on
they
that.
they
And
looking
like,
at they looking at everything. Looking at tweets, your Facebook accounts. They looking at your Instagram. They looking for stuff to say. So they looking for controversy. And even though he could be trolling, like
yeah,
right. We could just say that he could be trolling these motherfuckers and having fun with them. But you got to be careful, man. Let your performance do the talking. And when you ain't performing at a high level, shut up. Just shut up. Like, yeah,
yeah,
I had a bad week. I'll get them next week. Keep on
yeah.
going. Now, this is part of the game because we know that football and basketball is going into the whole sports entertainment field now. Everybody got a script and everything now. But if this is part of it, go ahead and do your thing, man. But be careful out there. Be careful out there with them tweets and shit, man.
Neural talk. Yeah,
You
you ain't
you,
lying.
you got to give
They'll
me number
pick you
five.
apart, and that could divide your team
Yep,
somehow, some way if relayed the wrong way, or like they
that's
keep
a
asking
fact.
about it.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So so now think about my top three: Jamar Chase, Jefferson. You got Smith, Enigma. Actually, CD Lamb.
Mm.
I might take AJ Brown now. I think I thought of somebody else. Amon Ross St. Brown from the Detroit Lions. I just think he just like tough, strong. He's great blocker. So when
And
he
he do it all.
he do it all, and he
Swiss
just
Army
quick,
knife.
strong. He Swiss Army knife. Like if you want him to run a little bit, you can, but you don't have to. Like, but actually the way they've been playing, the way they've been having the season, they've been having those my five. Jefferson. Now in order, let me see if that's the order I want to do these.
I ain't telling you no order. I'm just
No,
saying your top five receivers. Now, if you
okay,
want to put
cool.
them in order, I'm gonna leave you with that type of
Yeah,
frustration, brother. That would be very hard.
it's up. No, that
Yeah.
was like, but for right now, yeah, I'll put Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Jackson Smith, Enigma, and then I got C.D. Lamb, and then Amon Ross St. Brown.
I would have a problem putting anybody to me over Saint Brown, Amon Ross Saint Brown. I would have a problem putting anybody over him just because of how well he does. And
Hmm.
he's a like I said, Swiss Army knife. He's a utility knife. You can pull him out and have anything. One minute he's over here running RPO, next minute he's down the field, next minute he's doing slot. Like there's so many things
Yeah,
that he can do to affect the game and open up the game for his for the offense. So I just like him. There's nothing wrong with Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson because we know they're gonna fly down the field. They're big guys. They're gonna make plays and they gonna hurt you. They're gonna throw a knife in your back or in your face. And I know that, but I just like him on St. Brown, bro. I just like the dude. I just
yeah.
like
No,
him over everybody.
that's why I think I was like, let me think about this really for sure, and he up there for me for sure.
Word.
Before we go out, not to bring anything down, but rest in peace to that Dallas Cowboys defensive lineman, Moreland Nealon. He ended up killing himself. Well, supposedly, inflicted gunshot wound to the head for potential suicidal thing,
Yeesh.
which is
So
tough.
I don't wanna harp on that too much, but I do know that football is a tough sport.
Hmm.
And because of CTE,
Hmm.
it wrecks the brain, right?
Yes.
So you have a brain, and if you go and look at the human brain, it's together, right? We can just say it looks like a bowl of spaghetti, like a bowl of well-made
Yeah.
spaghetti, right?
Definitely.
But what happens is after you play football for several seasons or 2 or 3 seasons and you've been concussed over and over again, if you take a bowl of spaghetti and you put it in a Tupperware bowl and you shake it up, that's what a brain looks like when it slowly falls apart after it's been affected by CTE and everything like that. So I forget the former player who killed himself, but he left a suicide note saying, I shot myself in the chest on purpose. So when you all do my autopsy, you can look at my brain and find out what is going on with football players, NFL players, and suicide and depression and everything else. So rest in peace to that player who
Hmm.
did take his life. That's not nothing I would agree with, but I don't know his situation. I don't know what he was going through.
Right. Right.
So God bless him and his family, man. I hope in the coming months or years, they find some love, joy, and peace in their life and some comfort as well. But that's sad to see, and nothing I would want to happen to anybody. But I do know that brain injuries of cause a lot of issues for player. Dementia being one of them. Um, the lack of function in certain parts of your body and everything like that. So to all the players, man, I hope you all stay as healthy as possible. But they really need to get a fix on these helmets being
Yeah,
redone and allowing those helmets that we've seen in the practice squads. They need to start implementing those. I know the players say that they're ugly or whatever,
oh yeah,
but
the
you all,
guardian
yeah,
caps.
yeah,
Yeah,
you all,
a few players here and there been playing them like in the actual game.
they got to
It
use them. I
yeah,
think they should start using them. If those are a lot safer and they're
mhm,
reducing the uh the chances of having concussion issues and things like that, I think they should go with those type of helmets, just to reduce any CTE issues and anything else as far as messing with the brain. Because your brain, that's a big part of what you got going on, man. Your brain and your heart. And you need those two things to work together. And when they're not working together, it's
yeah.
it,
No,
it,
yeah, that like
it's a
for real.
bad thing. So salute to that brother, suicide. And I'm not sure the suicide hotline number, but if anybody out there is thinking about suicide, or you're feeling depressed or stressed out and you think that you can't take it, reach out to those on those suicide lines, those hotlines, or talk to somebody within your circle that you trust enough to tell your deepest, darkest secrets or what's bothering you at this current time. We know that depression and stress and the lack of
Yeah.
having a job and supporting your family or yourself can be a thing. So reach out to the proper people to take care of yourself, man.
Oh,
And,
for sure.
and
No,
we'll
no.
move on from there.
Yeah. And one last thing about football, like
Hmm.
last few notes. City Chicago is city that is lit when the Bears are winning. I think we found the right one in Ben Johnson, offensive coordinator turned coach. We got one top 10 offense with him under him. We just got to figure out the defensive side. And then you heard about Antonio Brown being extradited from
Yo,
Dubai.
the guy, what is wrong with that guy, dude? What is wrong with that guy?
Maybe CTE or like it seemed like those hits he took and dealt with in Pittsburgh kind of affected him. Like that Vontae Burfict hit after he had that hit to the head, he ain't been the same. And they talking about the way he used to talk versus how he do now,
He got a
his
little
mental
slow.
space and yeah, it's just he just ran with it more than he used to have like a more of a straight thought and just like seem more chill. Now he got a little bit like not crazy, but just a wild mentality now. And I mean, which is it's just tough. Like, because the situation he was in, you see on video that he did get jumped, and to do what to extent do you say he was in defense of himself? And even though you shoot towards people that jumped you, but in the open crowd at the same time, so it's like you're putting in harm's way of other people as well. And the thing is, I thought they been already like issued a warrant for him to like actually turn himself in, but he didn't. So I guess he didn't jetted out somewhere else and been gone the whole time. I've been noticing he went on Twitter a lot like he used to be. 'Cause he would be on that every day, all day, talking about somebody or like posting stuff.
Hmm.
And for him to be extradited from like Dubai, they put that call like, "Hey, we need him back like pronto."
So where did the shooting happen in the States or did it happen in Dubai?
It
It
happened
happened
in
in
the
the
states. It
States.
happened in the
Okay.
states. Yeah,
Because
I
I
think
was
it was
gonna
like,
say, because I didn't read it correctly. So that's what
mhm.
the one thing I really wanted to know. Did it happen in the States or in Dubai? Thank God. Well, not thank God, but
But no,
boy,
yeah,
if you'd have
if it
done
would
that
happen
over
there, it was.
there, we would never hear about you again.
It's like he ain't no coming back. They would have dealt with him there. They would have had to deal with
They
him.
would have sent your body back without a head on it, man.
Real talk. Unfortunately, that's true. Real talk. Like you can't do certain things in Dubai, let alone do some
Mm-mm.
shit like that.
Let alone be violent in the open.
Right? You can't even breathe on a certain person in a certain way or even touch them, let alone. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. Like,
I don't know. I don't know. I think his situation is similar to that of a lot of guys, suffering from CTE issues. And
yeah,
again, let's go back and revisit this. I don't know the correct protocol for NFL players, but I think all these guys should be getting tested and looked out for because of the concussive force that they're taking every game and
yeah,
in practice. Something needs to be done to do a better check down on these players and their mental health because these guys are human car accidents.
yeah. Real talk.
Every play,
Sure.
they are human car accidents. And something has to be done to make sure that they're their well-being is safe during football season, after football season, and after their career is over. That's all I got to say about it. Antonio
Huh?
Brown, I wish you the best. Um, I don't know what you into. I don't know what type of lifestyle you trying to lead, but I hope it all gets figured out, brother.
Same. Hope you
Hmm.
figure something out because the way it's looking, man, it's tough. But hope you got a great lawyer.
Ooh, wee, boy.
Get
Mm.
you better call Brian Still because
I don't know who you gonna call. I don't got nothing to say because I ain't read up on it, so everybody know
yeah,
I'm being quiet because
no,
I
yeah,
ain't read
yeah.
up on it. I don't have no joke or nothing for it. But
Nah, it's
we all
tough.
knew over the last few years, Antonio Brown was on some wild shit. You know, like you said, a couple of hits kind of turned him different. You know, falling some of them passes that he caught falling a certain way was tough on him and everything. And we knew that last season with Tom Brady when he took off his uniform during the course of the game, he left. I was like,
Yeah,
oh yeah, it's a wrap, man. Something is wrong. And it ain't just he a diva. I kept saying, no, it's something wrong with that CTE. It's
yeah.
affected them in a certain way. Listen to how these guys are all talking. The gaps they have when they talk.
Real
The
talk.
way they do things. The way they're acting. The spike in their temper. How they go up and down. Like pay attention to all that stuff.
True.
You
I
know,
agree.
it's you got to pay attention to it. Like there's something off about them. But that's me. That's just me.
True. Yeah. But talk about the NBA at all? Any been watching any basketball or
I've been watching NBA games here and there. Jaylen Brown, what's wrong with your hairline, dog? You can't be on the court and your hairline falling off and it's rubbing off on people, you know what I'm saying, on opposite teams while you driving to the cup, dude. What are
he
you doing
had he
with your
definitely
what are you doing with your hairline, fam? Come on, man. Hey, if it's leaving you, you see me, man.
you
Hey,
gotta
I
let
look.
it
It's
go.
it's 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 beautiful over
You
here,
gotta let
bro.
it go.
Let that hoe go, man. She gone. She don't want you no more, man. She she
Uh,
she bounced out. Now you trying to replace her with marker and shit. Stop. Don't leave that Carlos Boozer
Black ice.
Beijing. Man, leave that Beijing alone, dude. We ain't on that. We ain't on that. Let everybody
That
see that ball here, dude. Come on.
you heard with Rick Ross he was like we gotta stop this madness. He's
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
like that's your third victim this week.
I didn't even hear that.
He
I ain't
really
hear
did have
that.
two people I've seen for sure like within the last
It's
2 weeks
rubbing
that
off on people. LeBron too. Cut that joint off. Cut it off. We see you hanging on for dear life. Hey, I'm not afraid to say it. I went bald at 32, 31 to 32. The hairline started thinning out more. And then it started like I started seeing spots like it went further back here, and
yeah.
then like the middle part had that little apple spot. I
Mhm.
was like, oh, it's a wrap. I'm out. I'm out the game, Jack. The hair leaving. I can't hold on to it no more. The barber was like, I can fix it. I can fix it. Like, nigga, no, you can't. It's leaving.
Like
Shout out
you,
to shout out to the Brotherhood Barbershop. Y'all treated me well for years. For 20 something years of my life, y'all were great to me, man. But when that hairline left, it was over for that hoe, and I let it go. Jaylen Brown, you out here leaving stain marks on people, man. You leaving
man,
ink blots on players. You know what I mean? Like, stop it, man. Let's get out of this Beijing and uh
yeah.
supermarker era, man. Like, it's a wrap, dude. If the hair is leaving, let it go.
Yeah, you would thought after the Carlos Boozer joint that they were like, all right, I'm gonna chill out on that. Like, all right, I ain't trying to get caught like that.
And
So,
Carlos Boozer, he had it in his hair and he had it on his face, bro. Marker. Y'all letting these guys, y'all going to the barber shop, man. Look, they was saying for a while my beard was Beijing. My beard ain't
mhm.
never, ever. I ain't
Oh
never
yeah,
had to do that because I just kept a clean face for years and just kept like the goatee. I just
yeah,
let it start growing out just because I wanted it to. But
yeah.
I ain't doing nothing like that. Never. Never. I ain't doing nothing. No tattoo, no nothing. But salute to y'all if y'all gonna do it. But Jalen, get off that. Get
Yeah.
out that run. Get away far away from that Carlos Boozer era, man. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Black is
The
beautiful.
thing is, like, even without the DJ, where he put in that, I mean, it's not that bad. Like, it's he don't got no straight head, like he don't got no shape to it at all. It's just
Hmm.
straight, just across and then wide as hell. But it ain't pushed back that far yet. But like he once he got those braids and had try to twist them up and braid them up, that pulled his shit back, and then like now it's just
Hmm.
like all
There it
right,
is. There it is. What he should have done, just go to somebody, go to what you cosmologist or cosmetologist, go talk to him. Go talk to one of those people about your hairline. Go talk to someone from the African community about hair loss and what they can do to help you out. That's what you should have done. Go talk to
Yeah.
somebody about it. Y'all got all that money, man, and you gonna go Beijing. You gonna run to the Beijing. That's the first thing y'all do, man. Nigga could just signed a contract for $330 million, bro. Three
All
hundred
that money.
thirty million dollars. And the first thing you do is you run to Beijing. Beijing, Massachusetts. That's where you went, man.
Hey, shit.
You
Yeah,
ran to Beijing, Massachusetts to fix your hairline.
nah, yeah.
Let it go, bro. Let it go. On the other news about Boston, man, it ain't looking too good on it. Good for them. I thought that they would be able to. I was expecting Jaylen Brown to perform at a higher level, and I haven't seen that yet with him. I'm still expecting him to rise to the occasion and
Yeah.
take care of that team and keep them afloat or make them look like a decent basketball team. So if that's going to be possible, they did make some trades with Kristaps Porzingis, which
Yeah.
I thought they would end up keeping.
Right, me
Um,
too.
but they did go and get they did make a trade for the brother in Portland, right?
Yes. Anthony Simons, yeah.
Anthony Simons, I didn't want to mess his name up, but
Yeah.
Anthony Simons, I was expecting him to come there and kind of
Me too.
push, yeah, you know what I mean, like and help
Yeah,
back them up.
they bring him off the bench right now, like six man, like which I think
Hmm.
like that could work. Like I feel like you always need like a good six man to come off the bench and keep the scoring going for your second unit. And he can go off for 30, 40 any day if
Any
if you get
day.
the chemistry right with the team.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's just like I mean like Jalen doing this thing too, but it's just like the loss of Chris Stapps, the loss of Al
Al
Horford.
Horford, who went to Golden State, boom, keep
Yeah,
going.
JT hurt. So it's like you lost a lot of key like portion of your chemistry of your team and just like contributors. And like bringing in Anthony Simons could be great. It's like I guess now I'm starting to see like oh he has some games where if he's not hitting he's not really effective as much.
And I think that's why they got rid of him because they was looking at him like, yo, he might be a streaky player, and we got some guys on this team that we really want to develop over here. Um,
Yeah.
but I thought that might have been a good mix. Hey, same way with Jaylen Brown with JT.
Hmm.
Look, when I got it, when I'm hot, I'm gonna stay in my pocket. But when you hot, we gonna stay with you. You know what I mean? But
Right.
with those players that they got over there, what's the kid name who hits the half court shots and everything? I thought they would have been balling. I thought they would have figured that dynamic out without Al Horford. I thought they would have been like, "Yo, we gonna get up and down the court. We gonna shoot some threes and everything." But it don't seem to be working well for them, man.
Nah, yeah, it's I don't know. It's just because they still got like Sam Pritchard. I mean, just like
Pritchard, yeah,
Peyton
Peyton
Pritchard,
Pritchard, yeah.
and then you got Derek White, who's still like he can still knock some threes down, defensive player for you.
Salute to Derek White for letting that hairline go because that shit was gone too.
He knew
Welcome to
like
the
yeah,
club.
it's a
Welcome to
wrap.
the club.
Like because he already had because his stuff was pushback to the pushback. Like it was just on
And then he
top of
was
his
and then he
head.
was wearing he was wearing bandanas
And yeah,
like that was what was doing it. Stop it, fam. Your hairline is past your ear line, bro. Like we see
yeah,
that. We see that. Stop it.
yeah.
Nah, y'all
So
ain't fooling nobody, man.
yes, he knew he was aware of himself that yeah, it's time to let it go. That's time.
Yeah, so
But
Boston, I'm not seeing much out of Boston. I'm gonna go to their record right now. Boston is
they like
currently
they just lost yesterday, but they like probably 4-5 or something like that.
I'm trying to go to the Wall
Like
Street.
so they won a few games that where they got back to like all right 500-ish ball,
Four and
but
six. They 4-6 right
6
now.
okay,
Yeah.
all right,
I was
cool.
expecting better from them. The Bulls
Mhm.
are currently 6-2.
Yes,
Of course, we're
sir.
gonna talk about the Bulls because that's what we from. We represent Chicago, East Side, over East, South Side, wherever you want to
Yes,
say that you're
sir.
from, West Side, North Side, all that. But yeah, fuck everybody. But I got problems with the Bulls too. You know, but they
Have you
winning
been
right
watching? Wait,
now.
before you
Listen,
have you been watching the
Bucelis,
games?
Bucelis, step it up, man. I like you, guy. I like you, my guy.
He
I
could be
like you, my
he
guy.
could be that guy for us.
He could be. You know who he reminds me of? The
Who?
brother that died years ago that played for the Nets. What's the dude's name? He
Tomorrow,
was
wait, you talking about like
Dragic or
recently or
something.
y'all say
No,
Dragic? You talking about that like
Dragic, that
way
guy.
back?
That guy.
Yeah.
He reminds me of that guy. You know what I mean? So I think they should kind of like take the reins off of him, which they looks like they're doing. Let him hoop,
Yeah,
man. He looked like he can
yeah,
go out there and make a difference out there. But I still like Dosumo. Um, Kobe White isn't back because he's dealing with injuries. I like
yeah.
what's his name, Herder. We got Herder,
Kevin
right?
Herter, yes,
Herder
yeah.
is doing a decent job on the
He's
squad
doing
as
real good,
well.
yeah.
And I
Off the
still
bench.
like the way that the consistency of Vooch. Vooch is really like the key piece over there, man. He's really holding that team together. I would like to see him more involved in the offense, but
Yeah,
for what he's
I agree.
doing, I like it. I like where the Bulls are right now.
Hmm.
I like where they are right now. It seems like they have a good mix of talent.
Yeah,
Um, and for me, it's just about making sure that on the defensive end that they can still hold it down as well. You know what I mean? Because
exactly.
I
That was
want.
my
Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, so that was my thing coming into the season. Like, all right, so right where you just said all that, like Vooch. Before this season started, I was his biggest hater. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I was like,
Hmm.
trade him. Like, cause the way the team like it was, I thought just like we just needed an athletic big man that could like defensively make impact for this team. But
Hmm.
he's actually been the saving grace for us. But the thing is, I expect this with him for the last. I want him to do this the last since we got him. Really,
Hmm.
like go to him. We can play the offense inside out. Like go to him on the block, let him play inside. He can pass, so it's like he's willing to pass if he needs to out of that jam. But like he's been he's been ball. He's been like that 20 and 10 guy for us. Like just that
Consistent.
steady pace, consistency.
But here's the thing about him. Those years when we first got him, who did we have?
We had Levine. We had
DeMar.
I mean we just got him with the Mar like that
Yep.
next year.
Yep. We had Kobe White. We had shooters all running up and down the court. Well, how was he going? They weren't trying to dump the ball in him and make it a
Yeah.
priority and make him like the key piece to the offense, which I ain't saying he should be the main focus, but
No, yeah.
maybe I am saying that. But I mean, I think they should run a lot more through him.
Yeah,
Make
no,
the
yeah.
game, make the game, make the game easy. He can't hit a 3-pointer. He can't hit
Hmm.
15 like his jump shot. He wet all over the court. Use him. Be effective with a guy like that.
Feel like he should take more mid range because he's more automatic from there with the 17-foot jump shots than it
Easy.
is like. But even with the
Easy.
threes, he's pretty good, like solid. It just you just gotta get him let him load up correctly. But with this, the last few years with Vooch, and I'm not even blaming it on him. Actually, it's actually the players at the time were not trying to find him on mismatches. Like it been so many times where he have a 6 foot guard on him, 6'6" or shorter,
Mouse in the house,
and
and they just
bro, then if the team didn't know how to pass when like a player was in front of them, like every time I'm like, bro, throw the pass now, bounce it, or like they'll just do it at the worst times, like late. They'll realize it too late when they realize he had a mismatch.
yeah.
That's the thing about this year though. They actually harped on it and they've been doing like trying to look for him on those mismatches.
And you
They
should.
they still late on a couple of them, but they've been way better than the last two, 3, 4 years to trying to find a mismatch with Vooch.
Come on, Bulls, make it easy on yourself, man. When you got mismatches like that with him in the cup, make it easier. Y'all keep forgetting when you feed the big man gonna play. He gonna rebound, he
Yeah.
gonna defend.
He
You
gonna do
understand?
everything
He gonna
else
block shots. He gonna do everything that you need him to do because he getting the ball.
out
Stop
of
acting like
body.
this. Come on, stop acting like this ain't true. Now, Josh Giddey, he out there performing, doing what he's supposed to do.
Balling.
But I'm big. I'm big. So I love the Bulls. I've always loved the Bulls. I want to go to some of them games. We got to go to some of them games. Trying to
Yeah.
figure out some dates to go to some of them games. But I love the Bulls. But I feel the same way about them and that damn management as well. Hey man, as long as we winning 40, 41 games
Oh yeah,
and y'all fill up the stands, we don't
bro.
care.
Yeah, literally. Like, but the thing is, with this one is like, since we're owned by Jerry Reinsdorf, right? Reinsdorf,
Who owns the Sox as
longest.
well?
Exactly. As long as we owned by him for the Sox and the Bulls, we're screwed. It's like because he came out and said what you said earlier. Like, as long as the people come and watch these games, pay these tickets, fill the arena up,
I don't care.
you don't have to be number one. You can be second, third, fourth, like in the middle. As long as you
Literally
bring
said that for everybody. Say it one more
literally,
time. Say it. Say it again.
literally, he said verbatim. I ain't gonna say verbatim, but paraphrasing basically is like you don't have to be number one every year or the top team every year. As long as you fill the stands up with fans, they come see your games, they you watch it on TV, buy your merch. You can be a middle of the pack team or lower, as long as they come to your game. And that's the thing with the Bears. Bulls and Sox is like they living off the ghost of years past. Like we still living off Jordan, bro. We haven't won anything since Jordan. We had our moment with Derrick Rose for those few years, but like we're still top five in attendance in the league. We're top five in jersey sales and like just merch. It's like we haven't won this since '98, but yet we're still top five, bro. Like,
Because
yeah,
it's a destination, bro.
it
Chicago's a
is.
big city and it's a destination to
Like
come
even
here
if even
and
people
watch
from
that.
Chicago say we stop, we're not going to no games no more. People from outside of Chicago
They
that's
still
traveling
come.
here will
Yes,
going to come to these games.
that's a fact. That's why it don't matter to a dude like that because he know that these motherfuckers is gonna fill the stands and we don't have to do nothing else about it.
Exactly.
I don't have to do nothing. Y'all gonna look. I'm gonna be a billionaire for as long as I'm gonna be a billionaire because y'all gonna come to the game regardless. And
Exactly.
I could get a Zach Levine, knowing that y'all, that ain't gonna get y'all no further than maybe the first round of the playoffs. I grab Zach Levine. I'll pay him $240 million, and then end up doing what with him? Train him, trading him away. I pay him. I pay him. Yeah, y'all want that guy? All right,
Yep.
cool. Let's get him over here. That ain't
And
like
next year.
it ain't like it's gonna change the way that
Right.
this work. But I do like the Bulls, man. I want them to succeed. I think they'll end up being. We'll see. I can't say what they end up being because right now they look decent. So at six and
Yeah.
two, I'm looking at it right now on my phone. At 6 and 2, they look decent. They look like
Yeah.
they have the
Yeah. We look
potential to be middle of the pack as usual, or get into that like
finding that playoff spot,
a
hopefully.
4 to 6 spot. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Looking at these teams now, I'm not expecting Miami to do much. I'm not expecting Atlanta to do much. I'm not expecting Toronto to do much either. But I'm surprised that New York is 5 and 3 right now. What do you think about what's this man name? Giannis Antetokounmpo. You think he gonna stay? Do you think he stays with the Bucks?
And before the season, I thought he was on his way out. Like I was like, maybe, man, like I don't know if they don't put the right players around him. I thought for a second that the player they did bring in this year was like, all right, they could be a solid team, low key. Like we played them last night. Like we should have won that game too, but he just bulldozing through people. But um, man, that's tough. You gotta get him somebody else over there. But like who? Unless you trade somebody, I don't really see nobody just like up and leave, just want to go. Actually, not Evan Turner, the dude from Indiana Pacers, that the center,
Miles Turner.
Miles Turner, he actually ended up signing with them. So like that's a start. I think that's a good start between him and Giannis being the guys.
I still say you need somebody. Well, I think they got one. He's not a takeover type of guy, but I think they got a shooter out there on the court in Gary Trent, right?
I
I think
rock with Gary Trent.
I do
It,
too. I do too.
it's,
I think he should get the rock a little bit more.
mhm.
Um, just to take some of that just to take some of that away from Giannis. The only thing is you don't want a guy coming up and down the court shooting shots, missing all the damn time, and then Giannis starts looking over, going, "Yo, just give me the ball.
Yeah,
Let me just
true.
go ahead
Oh,
and
yeah.
wreck. Let me just wreck." But I think using Gary Trent, I think the game should go from inside to out between them two, right?
Mm,
And if you can't find them, swing it. That's what
right.
I think because Gary Trent is a hell of a 3 point shooter. That's why I'm saying it. I think he's a hell of a 3 point shooter, and I think the game should be based off of Giannis, Trent, and Miles Turner who can hit threes too. You know what I mean? I think it should be based off using that type of triangle where you got those
Yeah,
guys lined up, and if you can't hit one of them, you hit one of the shooters around because they still got shooters all around the
yeah.
court. So
They they got
that's how
some
I see
dude.
it.
They got some dude named I think Ryan Rollins.
Yeah, who the hell is Ryan Reynolds? I was asking
He
myself
came
that
from
the other
another
night.
team that they actually like let him go for some like bullshit he did. I guess like some like I don't know. I don't know if he stole something. I'm keeping like, making up stuff allegedly, but he did something and they let him go. And then he just been balling this shit for them. So like that's why like he might stay there if they support him with some good support, like support him with some good players around him. I think he'll stay. Um, Now there's a video of him. He's saying who wouldn't mind going to Chicago. You know, I think if you want to grow, I mean, he from out, he a European player already. So I guess he just want to grow his brand and like be more known as successful. Like he should go to a big market team, but
Hmm.
he seemed like a small town guy. Like he don't need much for him to succeed, or he needs to work on his game every year and just grow there. So I can see him staying in Milwaukee, but
Okay.
if he do leave, where would he go? Like that's the thing. Like if you put him on a team, well, Steph right now, man, that could get ugly.
You think that that'll be a better fit for? So wait, are you saying who's going with Steph though? Who you saying? Are you saying Giannis should go over there?
Like if Giannis was to leave, like where would you want him to go? Like who would you see him play? I could see him playing in Chicago with this team if they trade him
No,
somehow within the division.
no.
But like I heard he want to go to New York.
Yeah, I
I
heard New
just
York was a more definitive destination for Giannis.
yeah,
That's what they've
but
been talking about on the other channels and stations, First Take and everything like that. They've been saying that's the destination for him. That's been his biggest wish is to go to New York. If he were to go to Golden State Warriors, you have just added so many more years to Draymond, Steph
that's
Curry,
yes,
and Jimmy Butler. And Jimmy Butler probably gets a ring at this time around.
yeah, I agree.
If you're able to keep Draymond Green or Jimmy
I was gonna
Butler,
say yeah, if they
because
probably
that's the
would
other
have to
thing. How do
sell
you, yeah, how
one
does
of
that
them
work?
because like yeah, if anything, I see thing is Jimmy on the older side, like he ain't no spring chicken no more.
Mm-mm.
Draymond is a older, all of them like
All of them, all of
34,
them,
30.
yeah, all of them in the same age range, you know.
So it's like, ooh,
And then you,
that's the real reason I don't see why that's probably going to happen is if they had to trade for him, they ain't really get. Well, I guess you could trade Kaminga, but you had to sell everybody else that you got. Bobby Porter's, um, whoever else.
oh yeah. So what are you giving up if you're Golden State
Giannis,
to get Giannis? Because do you have any draft picks that are worth the damn to send
right?
to him? And you only got one player that somebody wants, and Kaminga doesn't want to be there, so you only got that one guy.
hmm
What do
And
you
you
send him?
and you hoping that he grow into something like a Giannis or
You should,
dominant player.
yeah, you want to be you want. He looks like a DeMar DeRozan type of player to me. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
Kaminga,
yeah,
and then whatever
yeah.
what those centers that you had there, if they're still worth any type of value, you send them to
Right.
Milwaukee. But I don't know how that works. You know, I guess it worked better with man. I guess it worked better with New York, even though you don't want to keep them on the East Coast. You know what
hmm
I mean? And dominating and shoving in your face every night or every other night when
Right.
y'all see him or whatever. But you send them to New York, I'm guessing they give up Cat. If it's me, I give up Cat and Miles Bridges.
Yeah, I
I give
mean
up Cat, Miles
I feel like
Bridges.
that would be the only thing that would make that work for
I give
them.
up
Like,
Cat, Miles Bridges, some draft picks, some money, and then I say, give me Giannis and give me Bobby Portis.
oh, if you can get Bobby Ports too,
Hmm.
then
Y'all can have that. Give me Bobby Portis, give me Giannis, and probably a guard or something like that. You know that can help us out,
yeah,
and we
if
rock
I'm
out.
new, if I put in Gary Trent, if I can get
Oh,
him for that,
Factamundo. Give me Jerry Trent. Give
give
me
me some
Jerry Trent. I
defense,
think. Mm-hmm.
offense.
Mm-hmm.
That could work low key in a way. I don't know if they do it, but I mean that's not a bad start at all. Honestly, like
Mm-mm.
Cat, yeah, Cat and no dude, yeah, Miles,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Mikal Bridges. Then you still got OG, you still got Jalen, you got Antetokounmpo.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna probably gonna bring his brothers with him because he seems to only be good when his brother is playing on the same team as him.
Wherever I go, just know in my contract, my brother will be there too. I don't care what y'all talking about. My brother, Tenacious, will be on any team that I play on. I don't care what
Exactly.
y'all talking about. I don't
Yeah.
care if he's the water boy. He is gonna be on the sideline with me. I don't care what y'all talking about.
Real talk.
I'm gonna wear number 34. He gonna wear number 43.
Mhm.
And when he get in the game, he gonna juggle. He gonna throw the ball away. He gonna throw the ball down court.
He gonna be
He gonna shoot over the rim. He gonna pass the ball out of bounds from sideline to sideline. He gonna do all that shit that he known for doing. But my brother gonna be on the team with me. Damn it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
True.
a package deal.
That's you. That if you want that, you're gonna have to take that.
Yeah, that's part of it. You know what I'm saying? The Golden State was like, that's fine. But if he come over here, he gotta learn how to shoot.
that too. That's the thing. Like if he really just get down his jump shot at all, man,
That's it.
it'll be a
That's what
wrap.
Steph said. Anybody that coming, didn't he say that some years ago? If you play on this team, you gotta learn how to shoot. We don't care what you do, you gotta learn how to shoot.
Yeah.
Everybody on this team has to be able to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Don't care what position you play. If you ain't Draymond, we don't want to hit it. You better be able to shoot. We need shooters on this team. We need
Yes.
shooters. Damn it, Jordan Poole. You fucked it up, man. You fucked it up, didn't you? You just had to fuck it up.
Shit, it's whoever leaked the video who fucked it up. Like after that, like, cause
No.
we probably would not have known about it had somebody not done that.
It ain't even a video to me. It's just the energy that he gave out, talking shit to Draymond and everything. You made a situation where a OG in the game who has bought championships with his team, and you telling him he on his way out, and you just got paid $160 million.
Mm.
His worth is more than your contract because he's done so much that you should have shut the fuck up and acknowledged him and respected him and what he's done. You get knocked out on camera. That's the demonstration to your violation, right? You
Yeah.
violated this, or that was your, yeah. So right, so your violation determines my demonstration to you. So you ran your mouth a little bit too much, and you have yet to understand what I've done for this team. You don't
Right.
know what they gonna do to me. You don't know if they gonna let me go. I'm a centerpiece. I won three. Was it four? Is it four or three?
It's yeah, with that one it was the fourth one. Yeah.
I got four championships under my belt. You just did some shooting that you're great at, but I've been here the whole time. I've been here for the whole ride. When they retire me, my name goes into the rafters. They're gonna put a
Hmm.
brick up in my name. They're gonna give me a statue and plaques and all type of shit. You just got a contract for $160 million, and half of that is already gone, and you're gonna buy some stupid dumbass home out here in California anyway, goofy. So respect my gangster man. Respect what I done. It's yeah. He should have been talking. He should have talked shit to Draymond, but there's a limit to some of that shit you can do. And because Draymond is an OG and he ain't taking that, no man, fam, I ain't going for that. Yeah,
I
take this right
agree.
here and get some of this discipline.
True. It depends. Like it, Draymond ain't no saint, so I'm sure
No,
Draymond
ain't
was
none.
talking wild to him too as well. But it's yeah, like you said, there's like levels to this where like, you got like, all right, calm down, like bro. Now let's be real. Like Jordan helped him win that last championship though. Like
I
he
ain't
was
saying he
needed.
didn't,
He was needed for that. So it's like I can see why he's trying to pop his stuff a little bit. But if he started to get a little personal with it, then I can see like, all right,
but just
especially
know
in
when you
practice.
start popping shit, understand that some niggas is gonna take that shit differently.
Yeah.
And if it's me, I would have been talking shit only. I'm the type of guy. I'm gonna be focused on the game. I'm gonna zone in. I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. But if I start hearing the shit talking and you start saying shit, I'm
Mhm.
saying back to you the same shit you saying to me. Now, here's me and my thought process. While we in practice and we talking shit to one another, and Draymond walks up on me, the first thing I would have done was got ready. And like, bitch, if you
Yeah.
come over
Oh yeah.
here,
No.
we
Yeah.
dancing. We
That's
dancing.
yeah. When
Get,
anybody,
get your big ass back. Get your big ass back. Don't you even
some
walk up over here, cause we
yeah.
not doing that. We not doing all
No.
that. I'm from Chicago. A nigga walking up in my face has already let me know that there's a problem.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't even want you that close to me.
Nope.
So
That's
the
you
moment
invading
you
my personal space.
at 6'6", 6'7", whatever Draymond is, 240, 250 pounds, the moment he would have started walking over there, I'd already been ready.
Exactly.
I'd already been ready. And the moment it would I just can't have that. I can't have
Yeah.
that. So if
He
we
should.
talking shit, and I would have told him, yo, Draymond, if we talking, right? And if
Right.
he would have been walking, I'm like, yo, are we talking or are we about to do this? Right? Cause you walking over here, fam, that's different.
Yeah. No. Like don't run up on me, man. That's the thing. Everything we
Mm-mm.
say in Chicago. Don't run up on me, man.
Don't walk over here. Don't walk, cause you already telling me it's a problem. And I done seen that
Exactly.
happen plenty of times I done seen people get shot over basketball games. Not
Yeah.
even when it was money being
Um,
involved. I just seen motherfuckers get laid down at basketball games. You understand what I'm saying? So because of that,
stupid.
I done seen motherfuckers fight, get their teeth knocked out. I done seen motherfuckers get stumped over
Yeah.
a basketball game just for losing or whatever. So in that situation, growing up the way I grew up, ain't no way you walking over there to me, homeboy. I don't give a fuck what's going on. You walk over here, you are letting me know that we about to thump. That's all I see.
Yeah. True. But then you just lay your boy out though. You
Just
knock your
laid them
team
out, and then got sent to
Washington
Washington.
to die.
Man, don't nobody even know what he doing over there no more. Is he
He's
even
not
having
even
a
there
good?
no more. That's
He
what's
ain't there no more.
crazy. He in New Orleans right now, dying right now because they 0-6. So I think they probably just won their first game, maybe the other day. Actually, a couple games.
New Orleans is 2-6, man.
Yeah, so they just won two straight.
And
They was 0-6.
I honestly thought that Washington going to the Washington Wizards would give us a chance. Not that you would lift that team up into prominence, but I thought it would
Oh
give
yeah,
us a chance to see what type of player you really were, like how well you could score, what your
right.
gift really looked like. You went over there,
Yeah, so that's the thing.
boo boo juice.
You looked really good with Golden State because you was around great players and you
He's
just
around
was able
great
to do
players.
your thing. Now you gotta be the guy and be the a leader supposedly. Yeah, you wasn't.
You
You,
stink.
you the team's
You
ass.
terrible.
So,
You terrible. You went over there to the Wizards, and nothing came of it. You know what I mean? Like I was expecting him to just show how great, how talented he was,
yeah, I thought
and
he was gonna be like a
and
20 to 30 game
I was
point.
expecting him to average like 25 points a game and really get up. I was expecting him to be for them what Bradley Beal was at the same time.
Yeah,
But the other part about that is, like you said, and I'll go back and say that you played behind Steph Curry, a legend, and you played behind his splash brother,
yeah. Shit,
right?
You was a splash cousin.
You was a splash cousin. You know what I mean? You was Bubbles or whatever they was calling you at the
it's,
time.
a,
You know what I'm saying? You was Suds,
it's a
whatever he's
pool
calling.
party out here.
Yeah.
Every time you shot, it's a pool party.
What's dude name, man? I can't remember his name. Clay. You play
Yeah,
behind
Clay
Clay
Thompson.
Thompson. So of course you're supposed to go into the game and do that because they giving you free reign to do that. That's what you're there for. Your job is to do that. Shut the fuck
Hmm.
up and stay in that role,
Hmm.
because the real money is reserved for them dudes. Like they trying to keep them dudes around just as long as they want you around. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
You are reserved. Them guys, they got special jobs. But whatever the Jordan Poole, man. Hopefully, you find your footing and you
Yeah.
start balling out. But let me see what they looking like right now.
Who,
Golden State. Because
uh,
we was talking about the trade for Giannis, and we got off into another tangent. So Golden State currently, right now, they are 5-5, right? They middle of the pack. I expect them to be around 6 or 7 toward the end of the
hmm
season. I'm not.
Yeah.
I didn't expect Minnesota to be where they are at seventh place right now at 5-4.
Yeah, because they lost Anthony for like a couple of games for a
Oh,
hamstring, but they
okay.
was somehow still able to still pull off a couple of wins too. I mean, Julius Randle is still able to keep it, hold them up, and they got a good support system without Anthony Edwards. It just I feel like with Rudy Gobert, like you definitely should have stuck with Cat to keep that team going. But
Hmm.
I don't know. It's just I think Rudy's losing his like presence in the game on the defensive side for them, and kind of like statue for them in the offense. Like unless you throw him a lob or he getting a rebound, offensive rebound, or to put back, he doesn't really bring much to the table
Do you
anymore.
do you think that New York got off of Julius Randle just because he's not really the type of force they needed? I don't think so. So I feel like you could have kept Cat
Hmm
and just had Anthony Edwards and figured out that dynamic.
Yeah,
Hey, you the OG of the team. I'm the young guy.
yeah,
We gonna still run this thing through you because you 6'11", 7 feet, and
right.
you can do shit that can't nobody else do at that height and with your skill set. But this team is mine. You know what I mean? We might as well all just go ahead and admit that the team is mine.
hmm
It's going in whatever direction I see for it to go. Right. I think keeping him was more of a thing would have benefited that team more. You have a defensive presence or somewhat of a defensive presence. You had an actual big man and he can
Yeah.
score and rebound. Like I would have kept him instead of having Julius Randle, who has to do a bunch of moves with the ball, and he's only going in one particular direction. He's always going left when he gets the ball. No matter
Yeah, I
where
guess.
he is on the court, he has to go left. So I feel like that was an okay thing, but I would have kept Cat, man. I would have
If
kept
you
Cat.
Minnesota, yeah. I
If
think
I'm
with
Minnesota, I would
New
have kept
York,
Cat.
they got rid of him kind of like his not anger, but I would say his attitude sometimes. Like if the team ain't winning or going the way it's supposed to go,
especially
he'll
with Tibbs
definitely
over there
yeah, he'll
at the
definitely
time.
kind of either check out or like just do some little off brand stuff that didn't need to be done in the middle of the game.
Hmm.
But like he can play, he's a strong guy. He can
He decent. He
he
decent,
can
bro. He
got a
decent.
nice little pivot. Three triple threat that he could use on the outside inside. But I think it's kind of like a little bit of the attitude that they was getting from him, and he was hurt. Like he was starting to get pile up on some injuries here and there that would keep him out of his games. Like he never really get a true consistency out of him through a whole year.
Okay.
And it was just like, all right, shit, since y'all got two big men that, which I think it worked for them because they went to the Western Conference Finals with it, but they was like, yeah, shit, we already got we just that's what it was. It came down for Cat is like you just paid Gobert all this money.
I wouldn't even have
Now,
Gobert. I would have got rid of Gobert. There's no way I would have got Gobert. I wouldn't even went after Gobert. I would have went after somebody I know if Cat goes out, he can still give me 10 and 10
yeah,
or 15 and 10. You know what I mean? I would have went for somebody like that. I wouldn't have went for that particular dude. And what I'm also expecting under that Minnesota team currently is for them to develop one of those young guys on the wing. Was it Jalen Alexander? Was it Alexander something? Or the other guy?
Neil
Yeah,
Alexander Walker,
yeah.
something like that.
Alexander Walker and the other kid. I'm expecting one of them to develop and be a some
Jaden
type.
McDaniels.
Yeah, Jaden McDaniels. I would expect it from him more to develop into a nice wing player for them. Because
So
it's needed. But go
yeah,
ahead.
no, you agree. Like it's definitely needed because besides Andy Edwards on that team, it's really like and buddy from New York.
He said, "Buddy
He
from New York."
no, but
Julius Randle. Anyway, keep
Julius Randle,
going.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
But
Yeah,
no,
that's what I
Jaden
told you.
McDaniels
Uh-huh.
last year in the playoffs was hooping. Like
Hmm.
that's why they was able to get as far as they did the last couple years. 'Cause, like he actually was, I'm like, oh, if he could do this every night, 20 and something like 50, at least bare minimum 15 to 20. But like
Give me
he'll give,
18 points a game, man.
and then you deep defending the players. I like because it was a running joke when they was like they asked Eddie Edwards like who you like who you think y'all got like on your team is like can stop LeBron and all of them. And he's like, we got Jaden McDaniels. And at the time, it was a
Hmm.
joke. He's like, he was probably serious, but like a lot of people was like, huh? Jaden McDaniels, like, what? But last year, in the playoffs, he balled. I was like, oh, if he could take that next step for the whole as a player and for the team, that could be legit. But like
They
this
can
year,
be.
he been all right. He been good. Just
He a decent player. I just think that evolution. That's what we want right now. We want Jaden McDaniels to step up and be a 18 to 20 point scorer for them. Take the pressure off of Ant-Man when he's out the game.
exactly.
When they're not getting buckets, and relieve some of that pressure from Julius Randle, who's gonna be dribbling. He doing that Carmelo dribble shit, but not as effective. Carmelo can get buckets from anywhere on the court, any
Yeah,
spot on the court at any given
right.
time. But this dude be holding on the ball. I don't know what be going on in his mind. And then he gets to moving and that engine get to going, and the ball get to flying all out of his hand and everything. It's like, yo, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I want to see
No,
some. I want to see some. I want to see motherfuckers hooping. So hopefully Jaden McDaniels can be one of those guys that can get up to the point where he's averaging 18 to 20 points and he can wiggle. You know what I'm saying? He can get out there and boogie and wiggle on the court and let motherfuckers know that he can hoop. Oh, let's change the subject. Ja Morant. I said this a couple years ago. All right,
mhm.
them guns. Motherfuckers don't be listening to me, man. I can tell you what's gonna happen to you. All
Yeah.
right. The league was gonna put everything on you. They was gonna bet on you,
Oh yeah.
Anthony Edwards, and who else was the other one? Who's the other one?
They was trying to make it Zion, but he could never get healthy enough.
Zion Williams, right? Them was the three guys. All right, they was gonna put everything on y'all and go boing. Y'all supposed to
Mhm.
send them to the top, send them to the roof, right?
Especially American players, because right now it's European players killing it.
That's the main part of what oh, I'm so glad you said that. All right. So they were supposed to take Ja Morant, Anthony Edwards, and Zion Williamson.
Hmm.
All motherfuckers that can hoop and jump out the gym
Yeah,
and use them as a face of the NBA because the international game is coming in and it's taking over the sport, right?
yeah.
The last champion was Antetokounmpo. and Jokic, right?
They,
One of your last championship teams was Toronto with Kawhi Leonard on it, right? One of the last champion teams was Boston and Golden State Warriors. But now everybody looking at Wemby and all these other guys coming in and being forces in the game, and I love it. Jamal Murray balling out, doing his thing. All
the
that
Canadian,
the Canadians they represent Shea
Jay last year.
Alexander, my man Shea Butter, Shea Boogie. He getting loose. He getting out there. He wiggling out there on the court. He
But
he boogieing. You know what I'm saying? He showing you how he can wiggle out there.
yeah,
All right. So now y'all done fucked it all up. One guy can't keep his weight down because he eating every was it beignets, beignets. He eating all the
yeah, yeah.
beignets
They-
in New Orleans, right? He out here messing around with porn stars. They
all
can,
the seafood, all the hog mogs.
oh man, just sucking up all the white man's air down there in New Orleans. He won't stop. You know,
Yeah,
boom, move him out the way. Ja out here playing around with pistols. You know what I'm saying? He want to be a gangster. He want to be a thug. You worth you worth $1 billion, Ja Morant. You don't even know who was the other option. Anthony Edwards.
yeah.
I'm gonna go back to you, Ja, because this was about you. Anthony Edwards, he out here messing with women, you know what I'm saying, paying for abortions or paying them off. Here, I'm gonna give you
18.
18, I'm gonna give you 18-year payment down right now for a kid that I don't care about. All right, he's slutting it out. Major slutting it out or whatever he doing. I don't know. Let me not say that. I don't know what you're doing, but you
He's
got a
shooting
lot
the
going on.
club up. He definitely not putting the
You're not strapping up. You're not
yeah,
being protected when you with these women, and you really need to be. All
yeah,
right, so we know it's something going on there, and we know that you got an attitude when you're on the court, and we know that you are talking to Michael Jordan about your game, which is a thing that you should be working on. But the
exactly.
guy that this is really for is a Ja Morant, and this is the guy that I've been aiming at for a while because I told everybody this. I said the moment he caught that first gun case, he thought he was invincible, and he thought that the league would just wipe away any issue or any of his sins that he had.
All
The
right.
league knows about the stuff that y'all be into. And I'm not saying that as a guy who is in the league. I'm saying that because there are guys that have been talking about this. I'm saying that as a guy who talked to some of these dudes or their friends, a friends or a friend of a friend that I know them. They
Yeah,
say it. The NBA already knows what y'all into.
yeah. Shit.
When y'all getting these little quarrels or these spats or y'all be in these clubs, before it get released, the NBA get notified about it.
They know you there. They know where you at, your family.
They got people watching all y'all.
Melo said it himself when he went through his thing with David Stern and like how they was watching him and he was on like the DVDs and like the hip hop DVDs and stuff,
Warner Brother and all that.
videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they was saying like they said this like, hey, David Stern was like, hey man, like I know what you're doing. I know what your friends doing. I know everywhere y'all you got where you at. You at a party club. I know.
I got people watching you.
I, like it's literally like they working with the FBI or like the police. Like they're investing millions of dollars in you. You think they're not gonna try to find out about much about you and like and make sure their investment is
When you are
safe?
an elite player, you are a $1 billion entity to whatever team
Hmm.
that you're on. Melo was being watched. Like you said, he came out and said that. David Stern told him, I'm not gonna even lie to you no more, Melo. We watching you. So what the players have to figure out, well, maybe I don't give a fuck. Maybe I just trying to rebel or show that y'all, y'all hood or whatever, or y'all tough or y'all whatever it is,
Exactly. Yeah.
which is a lie. All right. Majority of y'all been basketball players y'all whole life. Y'all ain't never had to do nothing. All right. It's been basketball your whole life. What y'all have to realize is that y'all being watched. They hired former federal FBI agents. They
Hmm.
watching y'all. They
Watching.
know what y'all doing,
They
right?
clock y'all.
They got it. So for Ja Morant, the first time they did it, hey, slap on the wrist.
Hmm.
The second time, we're gonna fine you. We're gonna take some money from you because we're expecting you to understand that when we start fining you, that means you're giving money back to us. You're filling
Exactly.
up our pockets back. You're giving us the money
Hmm.
back. The money we give you, you're giving it back to us now.
Right.
So then when we suspend you for those games, I don't know if they suspend them with pay or without pay, but if it's without pay, that means all that money that you suspended for, it go back to us.
Hmm.
Ja Morant, you were supposed to be one of the guys to take the league to another place. And they were relying on you because you're an American or African American player, and the
Mm-hmm.
game is starting to be more centered around the European game, or European players are being more known now because they're working just as hard as you guys, and they're coming from systems where they were already professional. So now you're in a situation where Memphis is starting to look at you like, do we even need them anymore?
Right? Do you need them? Do you want them? Like, because it's just bad publicity right now. And just like it's a bad cloud over it. Because now because you fired your coach that was able to deal with him and like had him successful middle of the season. And then now, like, all right, you was hurt, so like, all right, we didn't have the full team that we thought we had. Now you're going in this year. You trade Bane to Orlando. Now it's just you and Jaren Jackson. And they had a big dude. Oh yeah, Zach Edey, but he's hurt. So it's like shit. Now I think you might have to trade him just so you can get something back, like just to fill the rest of the team up.
What are
Because
we doing
I'm
now?
looking at the box. I'm like, who is this?
Who
Who is
is any of these dudes?
Landale? Who is all these people? Like,
Yeah.
and it's just Ja and him. But like, if it's this bad this early, 'cause they just suspended him for detriment to the team for the interview he had where he was just saying, "Go
Ja
ask the
Morant.
coach.
Yes. Ja
Go ask the
Morant,
coach."
you are becoming self-destructive to yourself. And you can't blame nobody else for your behavior but you.
Yeah,
You ain't a thug, my guy. You a basketball player. You were never a thug. Your
okay,
daddy might have been involved in the streets, but that
right,
was his life. That is not your life. It don't matter who he bring around you, how many of you guys you think you got protecting you.
right,
Leave them alone. Hire you two actual bodyguards that are known for protecting people and who are certified to do it. Or tell the homies around you to go get certified so they can start walking around with you.
right.
Are not a thug, bro. You are a basketball player. Leave that shit alone. Stop trying to be affiliated with that type of shit. Play basketball, dude. There's $1 billion waiting on you.
Yeah,
In six
real
or
talk.
7 years, there's $1 billion. Actually, you were supposed to walk into it coming up.
Yeah, real talk. 'Cause, like the nigga, he got the youth behind him. Like if it really like if he was just like didn't have those gun situations, it seemed like the youth was starting to be behind him and like look up to him as far as like being the next guy.
That guy. And what we still haven't seen, we haven't seen you work on your jump shot. We haven't seen the other parts of your game that we wanted to see. You can't just rely on speed, being lightning fast, and jumping out the gym. Athleticism fades over years, brother. You
Mhm.
need to have a jump shot similar to Kevin Durant, Steph Curry. You got to be able to hit shots. You got to be like
Yeah,
Kawhi
consistency.
Leonard. You got to be like DeMar DeRozan. You got to be able to hit mid-range jump shots. You got to be
Yeah,
able to create for the other players around you. Leave that street shit alone, man. If you need to go talk to somebody, go talk to them. But the league was about to hand you $1 billion. You was gonna be one of the first players to get it,
man.
and you let it go. You let it go. All them endorsements that they took away, man. You was gonna get so many endorsements. You was gonna have Sprite,
Man,
whatever shoe company you was with. You was gonna have everything
yeah,
laid right at your feet. And before you even left the league, you would have been by your 10th year, you would have had $1 billion of your own money just sitting there waiting on you. Ja Morant, figure it out. Figure it out. You too young to be throwing away your life and go to another team and then they start to bury you because they think that you're just detriment to every team after that.
right.
It's your fault. It's no one else's fault that this is happening to you. Ain't nobody telling you to hang out with these dudes. Ain't nobody telling you to hold guns and be showing guns out in your videos or whatever. Ain't nobody telling you to do none of that. You doing it.
Yeah,
You
that's
doing it. And one thing I need to also say is that was one of the reasons why I like the NBA of old because they had OGs on these teams that would talk to these young guys to keep them in order.
yeah,
Now, I think who was it? Steven Jackson was saying, or somebody was saying, man, they ain't got rid of OGs. Now these guys walking around doing doing whatever they want. And there's
yeah.
no disrespect to your father either. But your father wasn't no NBA player. He ain't
Hmm.
never play on that level. Your father is something different. And because he's something different, you can't always rely on Pops to be able to talk to you about some of the things that you're going through because he don't even understand it.
Right.
Your daddy don't know what it's like to look at his bank account and go $80
Hmm.
million. dollars. You put money into his account, I'm quite sure, but
Right.
you don't even understand what that really is like. Brother, you got to get people around you that can help you out, and you have to be able to, and you have to want to listen to them and take their advice and do the things that are necessary to make sure that you don't mess up the rest of your career and throw it away and look and people start going, remember that kid, that jock kid, whatever happened to him? We want you to ball out. I do. I want you to ball
Oh
out. I
yeah,
want you to
for
win
sure.
championships. I want you to make the West competitive. But the
Yeah.
direction that you going in, fam, is not the one for you or any other player. So figure it out, my G. Figure it out. It's all on you. You are responsible. Every person is responsible for their actions, and you have
Yeah.
to be accountable for the things that you've done, and you have to right those wrongs and come out and be productive and do something positive with the time that you have, dude. Because it's $1 billion or more waiting on you. LeBron is still around trying to get that. You can do it in shorter time than he can. Go get that paper, dude. Go out there hoop. Fix your jump shot. Fix everything else that's important to you. Let all that other shit go, man. To me,
Yeah.
that's and this is just my opinion. This is my thought on it. I ain't nobody. You run to that stuff because you don't want to do what you're supposed to on the court. You running from it
Yeah.
because you don't want to focus on your actual
You
what
don't
you're
want to
actually good at.
you don't want to embrace it. You don't want to be that
You don't want to embrace that grind.
responsibility.
You just relying on your athleticism. And I tell you what they told me in boxing. Hard work beats talent when talent refuses to work hard.
You know?
And I'm done with it. Ja, I hope you figure it out. I'm done.
Yeah, me too, man. Like you said, like and I was thinking, I was like, what is like, what's his pops doing? Is like not like telling him to like, hey, chill out, like stop doing this. Like, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure it seemed like his pops was a young guy when he had Ja, so he's like, it's a difference like of years, like still like I don't know, I feel like he feel like his pops is his homie more than
Yeah,
his
like they
dad.
friends and everything. Yeah,
You know?
and he could always pops could be living vicariously through him, but
Oh yeah,
I
definitely,
don't
yeah,
really think that's it. I think he just there showing out and being him. His dad's just showing out and being himself
as a
while he
supporter,
there.
yeah,
Yeah, as a
as he should.
supporter, but pops needs to step to him and be like, "Yo, you really need to quit that."
Yeah,
You know, and I'm sure he has like, Ja, you need to shape up, you need to fix this, you know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna mess it up. You're gonna throw away you're gonna throw away a big ass bag because it's waiting on you. And I could see it. I could see what the league was going for. At first they didn't want to call him Ja Morant. Then they started going from calling him Ja Morant to Ja,
hmm
to the God Morant, to the point God. I said, oh, now they
they
see it.
they was getting to the point. They was like, you better call 12. You want to mess with John? You better call the police.
They
That's
started calling them
like,
12.
yeah,
Once you get that, that means oh, you gonna be one of them ones, dude.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then they start putting a bag in front of you. Everything started looking different.
Getting
You ain't pay
commercials.
attention? You ain't pay attention to the commercials they had you trying to sign, the shoe deals that they was throwing in front of you, all the women that started lining up trying to see you. You wasn't supposed to get a big ego. You supposed to turn it into a business decision to make it work for you.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah,
what you're supposed to do. So all this shit that you doing that you thinking works for you and hanging out with these homies and being around these guys that don't play basketball and they ain't got as much money as you need to throw that out and focus on the game, man. Because it's a lot of guys that wanted that opportunity and they didn't get it or they fucked it up and they wish they could go back and do it. Talk, and no disrespect to him, but talk to Jay Will that played for Chicago.
yeah.
Spent out one night on a bike. Brrr.
Man, that I remember that, bro. Like, I thought we was on the up and up. Thought we had our point guard.
Mm-hmm.
And that
Cole as
next,
point guard in college.
yeah,
Came to the league. We was like, oh yes sir, we got a point guard. Now we just need some other pieces. He came in the
hmm
league busting ass.
yeah,
We told him to get on that bike one night and go home.
yeah. Supposed to sit that one, that one, that one. I don't know. It's that's I'm over it now, but at the time, like
I'm not,
even
because I wanted Jay Williams at the time. I wanted him to. I wanted he was a dog, a certified dog, and I
yeah,
really wanted him to show out in Chicago. I really
yeah,
did.
yeah.
Salute to you, Jay Williams, and I ain't throwing saying no, I
No,
ain't
yeah,
throwing no shade on your name, because you was a motherfucking dog, dude, and we
he
really want
was.
you to come here and ball the fuck out. We knew we had one.
Yeah,
We knew we had one when we got you. But Ja Morant, get it together, dude. Get that
sure
thing
got.
together, man. Show out on the basketball court, not in the locker room, not when you in the clubs and stuff like that, man. Rein it in, bring it all in, man. Focus on your craft. Your craft is where you supposed to be. Figure it
Yeah.
out. I'm done. I'm gonna leave it alone. Salute to Jay Williams, man. You brought some excitement back to the city, man. We really thought we was gonna be on something with Marcus Fires or you and a couple of
This,
other pieces that we had. But mainly you. When you was out there shooting, hitting shots, um, to close the game out, a couple of dunks that you had, man. We knew we had something. We
yeah.
really did. We
Oh,
really
we
did.
definitely did. Eddie Kim, because we just get Eddie Curry and Tyson Chandler some
Yeah,
run
they
yet?
was coming in. They was coming in right after that, I think, or coming in with them.
Yeah. So yeah, no, yeah, that was tough. That's it. That's about Chicago, man. We had some heartbreaks for sure.
We did. We
Some
did.
some.
Chicago done had some true heartbreak breaks and
I,
everything.
I I think it was kind of it might have been a curse for not a curse, but like due to like us winning so much with the Bulls, like six in a decade. I mean, Bears is just 85. I mean, consider one of the
Nah.
best teams of all time. Like if you going thinking about, even though they say it happened what 4 years ago, everybody talk about the '85 Bears like that's the top five team of all time. Even NFL had the top 100 teams of all time. We number two behind the Miami Dolphins that didn't lose at all and won the championship. So it's like at least we got memorable teams that people remember. Like you gonna remember them Jordan teams, that '85 Bears
We
teams.
gonna remember them Jordan teams because it was six of them. Even if it was just that one three-peat, we will
Yeah,
be remembered as a that because that's a full dynasty. I would like to
yeah.
think.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. That's
But
that's.
if we gonna talk about that, we gonna go ahead and say it was two three-peats.
Hmm.
And in that span of time when Michael Jordan was winning, nobody else ever won. Like nobody won nothing. Everybody else came in second place. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna leave it at that. I ain't gonna go into the whole Mike era.
that could be another episode for
Yeah, for
sure.
people who want to bash Jordan and,
But we
and
do got to like
yeah.
say like we literally a couple weeks ago we was out had a couple drinks had a nice little buzz,
Hmm.
but then we got in an argument with these young kids about Jordan versus LeBron.
Hmm.
Sobered us up with the quickness. I swear to God, I was like I went from drunk to sober in about 10, 15 minutes.
It didn't take long. It didn't take long. It don't
Nah.
take long because when you talk about it, you talk, man. No, we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this. I see you trying to
I
you trying to bait me into it. You trying to bait me in because you want me to drop them facts on them.
no,
But
no,
LeBron, man,
we
I
we
hope you
we we
have.
can we can say
Oh,
that for another episode for
yeah,
sure.
I hope you enjoy the rest of your career. It took you just as long to do what Michael did in a shorter period of time, and
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
know, you know, you had the longevity to do it, and I'm happy for you. You're on your way to $1 billion as a player and everything, and
Yeah.
I wish you the best in your career. You won four championships out of the 10 times that you went, and you are the top scorer for the next 40 years or whatever it is. The all-time scorer, not top scorer, the all-time scorer for the next 40 years or whoever else decides to come in and do that or whatever. But the GOAT to me is going to always be Michael Jordan until someone else shows me how dope they are and they can actually take over the game and own the game. And you put fear into people and you win at that type of level. And I've only seen that in guys that are like one man named Michael Jordan. So we can move on from there. Detroit is at the top of the Eastern Conference. They're 7-2, I believe. What do you
Yeah.
think about this young guy named Cade Cunningham?
Oh, he a hooper. Like he balling. Like it took him a couple years to finally figure out what he was really great at in the league. But like,
Hmm.
well, he like 6'7", 6'8",
Six
strong
seven, yeah,
guard.
yeah,
He can post up, cross you up,
yeah. He can
you know,
boogie.
get good, go past you. I rock with him. I wish the Bulls had him to a certain extent, but he's a good player. Like real respectful dude. I think they need a little bit more scoring help with him.
Facts. That's
Like they got
facts.
great defense. It's just like, and I think that guy Jalen Duran. So the other day he had like 22 points and like 22 rebounds. If you
Mm,
can get that out of him every other night, or like at least like a 20, that's the thing. His offense is not that great, but like he can do putbacks and rebounds and stuff. And if he could develop a little 10, 15 footer at least, he
hmm.
could make that team go for sure. But
For sure.
Cade could be top five point guard by the end of the season if he really wanted to.
That's the thing. Like,
If he ain't already.
yeah, where are you gonna put a guy like that? Is he gonna be the point guard? Is he gonna be the shooting guard out there? You know what I mean?
His vision, you gotta be the point guard. Like
Like, okay,
he, his
okay,
he,
bet.
his jump shot is coming along to where he can be the scoring guard,
Mm-hmm.
but like
Mm-hmm.
his vision and just like his body size just makes a difference for the
Okay.
the other opposing teams, the point guard and the defense. You just
All
gotta
right, my
surround him.
man.
You gotta surround him with good shooting and at least one more good playmaker.
With the way that the East looks, man, I really think the Bulls could have a hell of a run
Yeah,
in the Eastern Conference. I really think that they can stay above the seventh spot and be at like six. Because we look
Yeah.
at Detroit, we know Detroit may be there.
Hmm.
Cleveland may be there.
Hmm.
Milwaukee, I'm guessing that they'll be there. New
Yeah.
York should end up being at number two or three, if not number one.
Those are.
Philadelphia, I'm not sure about. And everything
Mhm.
from 7 to 10, I'm not worried about Miami, Toronto, Atlanta, and Orlando.
Yeah, no, like because the teams we beat early in the season, like we started off, we beat Detroit, we beat Orlando, we beat Atlanta. Those are teams they expected to be in front of us right off the bat. Like the first four you named, like you said, Detroit, you said Milwaukee. Who else was it? At the top, New York, and then
Cleveland.
Cleveland. Those are four for sure. I think that like, all right, those are top four for sure that will be in the playoffs. Them last two spots, it's up in the air. Like I want to say I don't believe in Miami, but like it just they're just too coached, and that culture is just too good to like not say they're not going to be in it because they actually talking about how their offense right now is like after the first couple games, it's been one of the best offenses in the league. They just had like a 51 point first quarter yesterday.
Ooh-wee. A 51 point first
Yeah, the
quarter?
first quarter, yeah. So I'm
Yeesh.
like, oh, like if they could do that without Tyler Hero, and when he come back and he start
Tyler
coming
Hero. Tyler
in,
Hero. So Tyler Hero was out then.
yeah,
Okay.
he's hurt. But they got Bam. They got this dude Khalil Ware, this tall, this other like 7 foot dude they drafted last year. He was starting to show signs. Who like if he put his game together all around, he could be. I ain't gonna say it'd be another Victor Wembanyama, but
Mm-hmm.
he
Mm-hmm.
could be a force in the league. But
Okay.
Miami always gonna be there. They always gonna be in that mix of like either play in or playoff spot.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's why I think like that's why like after them, I think the Bulls is gonna shock people in like
Yeah. I
if we
think the
keep playing the way we play.
yeah, and the thing about them is gassing out because it seemed like was it last season they were doing well? They hit a run, and it was like toward the end of the season they started gassing out, and then they became a play-in tournament type of team, which
So
is pretty
actually, yeah,
normal
like
for them.
so we had Zach
Which it should
LaVine
have
in
been.
the first half. So we was kind of like we started off bad and like was fighting to get into the play-in spot.
Hmm.
It was when we traded him. I think I want to say they said the last 20 games we went 15-5. So like we was winning games toward the end. Like we started to show this like chemistry together without Zach and Demar. But
Yeah. Yeah.
we definitely had better second half than we had first
I would
half.
like to see them at that. And it's I know everybody wants to strive for the top, but being realistic, I think that's a good spot for the Bulls, either the fifth spot or the sixth spot, because
I'll be
ain't
cool
it
with that.
ain't. Yeah, I'd be cool with that. I'd be cool with that, but. I think they can do a little bit better. We'll just see how the season plays out. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to get over to the Western Conference. I got to talk about OKC, which is my favorite team in the West. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? But I'm always watching the Lakers for some reason just to see what they're
Really.
doing.
Yeah.
Shea Butter is doing his usual 1 and 2 out there. He out there boogieing. He letting his foot loose out there on the court.
Yeah.
Jalen, what's the other brother? The Jalen.
Jalen Williams or I think
Because
it's
it's two, they got
Jalen
two
Williams.
Jalen's over there, but one of them is
Yeah.
the one that I like to see getting up and down the court. He's like number 8.
Yeah, he's hurt right now.
Yeah,
He
he's hurt. He's hurt. Sorry for not knowing your name right now, brother, but let me go ahead and look for go to the roster.
but yeah, they killing it right now. They looking like they don't have no championship hangover right
Okay,
now.
yeah. So both of them name is Jalen Williams, but Jalen Williams I'm talking about is number 8.
Gotcha.
That's the
Yeah.
Jalen I
Okay.
fuck with, but the other Jalen is actually out there and he hooping for them as well. So that's a good thing. But
Yeah.
Jalen Williams, number 8 is the one that I like, and I think he's a good 1-2 match with Gilgeous out there. And then you got Chet. He's being productive as well as it out
Yeah.
there. You got Lou Dort. Lou Dort is a productive guy. I like the way the season starting off for them. You know, they got everybody to contribute and help them push the wins. So it's a good team with Alex Caruso over there. And again, Shea is an international player. He ain't from here. He's from
Nope.
Canada. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not from America. He's from Canada. So he out there balling and he representing for the Canadians, you know, for the Maple Leaves and their red and
Right.
white flag that they got over there. So go ahead, Shay. Okay, see, go ahead and get your wiggle room on, get your boogie foot, get loose on your feet. You know what I'm saying? We like what y'all out there doing. Next, you had the Lakers at second, 7-2. Wasn't expecting that either.
Nah,
You got players on that squad out there doing a boogie. West Side Connect, I like you, dog. I think you're a decent player. He don't seem like he got no fear. It seems like he's trying to find his way out there on a Lakers squad and
yeah.
find his foot out there on that team. But
Mm.
but West Side Connect, I like that dude, man. He can shoot the ball pretty well.
Yeah, he
Rui
scored. Yeah,
Hachimura is putting up decent numbers
he's
as well.
starting. It took him 4, 5 seasons, but he figured it
Yeah,
out.
but here's the thing: when you out there playing with LeBron, man, it seems to me that when the people play with LeBron, it handicaps their game. Unless you
Yeah.
like
Oh
Dwayne
yeah.
Wade and you know you just gonna boogie, right?
Yeah.
Dwayne Wade was like, I'm a boogie whether it don't matter
Right.
where you
Exactly.
on. I'm about to boogie, dude. This is
Yeah.
my team to begin with. I'm about to boogie. I had championships before you got here, so
Yeah.
I'm
It's
about to
basically.
boogie.
Yeah. They tell him basically like, sorry, when you play with LeBron, go stay in that corner.
Yeah,
Make the right pass. Play some
yeah.
defense. Stay in that corner and take that grenade when we give it to you. Hit the last three
Right
seconds of
at
the
the
shot
last three
clock.
seconds on. Yeah, yeah. Him. If I can't figure out what to do with the ball, then yeah, you take it
But
with 2 seconds left and shoot it.
that was my thing. Is like, all right, you get with LeBron. This is your time to pick his brain and see his workouts and emulate it. Like, just do the same thing, or if not, do work on your game. But my guy Dre, a Laker fan, he's saying like Rui taking his mid range is more automatic now. So it's like, all right, you're working on that, working on his mid range, working on just having some type of bag besides just
Bro,
standing in the
that would
corner
be my
shooting
thing,
three.
like you said. That would be my thing. Let me go find out what it is that he like to do and what it is he trying to do when he on the court.
Mm-hmm.
Let me find
Yep,
out what it is, what he's expecting of the players on the court. Just get open, I'll find you. No, everybody can't just be rotating on the court and be flying up and down when we trying to run set offenses. What
exactly.
works for you? What's best for you? Because at some point I'm gonna want to get out here and wiggle. I wanna boogie when I'm on the court. I gotta let my feet get loose. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
gotta do what I'm on the court to do. So I ain't finna sit here and just let you, you know what I'm saying, do what you out there doing, and then I end up with the ball at the last few seconds of the shot clock. Like, let's figure this out. Let's figure out where we need to be at on the court. Do you think what they were saying recently? Do you think that's gonna happen? They're gonna end up trading him, or he gonna become a free agent, or they're gonna try to get him out of there? Do you think anything like that will transpire with LeBron?
Low key been saying the last year or two, I was like, honestly, if you as a Laker or if you really want to take that next step, you might want to trade him. Like, I feel like he can not holding you back, but like you can't keep going through him. Like, he can't be your number one guy no more. Like,
Well,
he don't have the
we know that's done.
he don't have the control of the game like he used to back then. I remember like I used to watch him in Cleveland and Miami. He had control of the game.
Mm-hmm. He
Like
did.
now, like he could be like he has to be your third guy, like behind Luca and
Mm-hmm.
Austin Reeves. Like let
Mm-hmm.
him eat, which is basically his game. Like if he's always been the passer, point guardish type of guy, hustle, defense, rebound, blocks.
And Austin Reed's been balling too. He been out there trying to boogie with his left foot. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? With his
yeah.
right foot. He been trying to boogie, woogie, woogie. So
White
I
boy,
like,
white boy code.
yeah, yeah. And they got a couple white boys on that squad that can hoop. So I like it. I like what's going on. So at this point, do you really want to have LeBron on the squad, or do you just tell me, yo, take as much time as you need to get
All
healthy?
right,
Because
right now,
if they playing like this, we don't need to see you out there on the court.
yeah, definitely take your time.
Sit down, old man.
Get healthy as possible, and
Yeah,
then
sit down, old
when
man.
you come back, we're gonna ease you back in. Like I'm not expecting him to play 38 minutes, 40 minutes, no more. You can play 36, 34, but like throw him in there with the second unit.
Which is what he wanted, right? LeBron said he wanted to be able to take more time off. He said he wanted to take a step back. He didn't want to be the main guy, you know. And they went and got Luca, and it's looking decent right now. So I like to
Skinny
see,
Luca,
yeah, Luke, he's still hooping,
crazy.
still doing what he's
40.
supposed to do, still
eh,
averaging 40 points. Well, not still averaging, but at 40 points,
What
still hooping.
sucks is no, go ahead.
Go ahead, you got it.
I was saying what sucks is like for Dallas though is like that's all they wanted him to do is to lose weight. And then
And he
you
went to
trade him
LA. He went to LA and was like, okay, I guess I'll lose the weight now.
and he murdering 40 a game, damn near triple double.
41, yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Dude, I know they like, what the fuck? That's all we really wanted, dude.
Like you like a fat version of him took you to the finals. Doesn't matter what a skinny version would do for you. That's what happened. He gassed out in the finals.
Yeah, and he had them hurt knees.
Yeah,
Them knees was busted up. So I would like for Luca, um, if you're not working out, Luca, make sure you work out. You got that's the whole point of them having the weight rooms and doing all the routines. Is for your body to be conditioned to withstand the punishment of an 82 game season or 111 if you end up going to the championship. That's the whole point. You're supposed to work out and put your body through a certain type of training so it doesn't get injured, so the muscles don't have spasms or your body doesn't give out and start to fatigue. And when you do fatigue, your body still knows that it can continue to compete at a certain type of level. That's the whole point of you not just getting skinny, but working the body out. That's why Michael Jordan and Kevin Garnett, Kobe Bryant, those guys were in the gym all the time because they wanted to make sure that they worked out. They wanted to make sure that their bodies was in shape for a full season and then the playoffs. But Luca, man, you balling, you hooping. I like what you're doing. I like the way that team is coming about. Austin Reeves came out, gave us 40 pieces. Then he gave us a 50 piece from Sharks with some lemon pepper and mild sauce. You understand what I'm saying? He had a
damn, now
crazy
I'm hungry.
start. I am too. I want to go get some sushi after this, really if you're down for it. But them motherfuckers is out there boogieing on their left foot and their right foot. And I like what's going on with the Lakers. Then we move to San Antonio. Wemby is out there having a hell of a season to start off. And but
Hmm.
now have teams really figured out how to play you. We gonna put a
Yeah,
shorter guy on you. And
hmm,
every time you put that ball
stronger
on the
now.
corner, yeah. Every time you put that ball down on the ground, guess what we gonna do? We gonna cause an infestation. We gonna hawk you.
Yeah,
We gonna get
that's
right up
up.
under you, make it hard for you to dribble. We ain't gonna let you do all that shit you supposed to be doing. You think you gonna do at 7'5", boy. Get
Yeah,
your big slim shady ass up out of here, boy. Get your big, you know what I'm saying?
Slender man.
Man, get your big
But he,
plastic man 2 ass out of here, man. Get your
but
big
hey, like that man, cheat codes. Like when he on this stuff, and he like if he could avoid, those little guards on him and stuff, man, it's tough. If he blow past you, it's a wrap.
it's a wrap, man. Get your
One
big
step,
go-go gadget body ass up out of here, boy.
nasty. But they had a good win last night against Houston. I was surprised they actually pulled that game off and won.
Mm,
Cause I was like that when they was like 4-0, 5, and I was like, who are they playing? They playing like teams that's that like trash last year. So
yeah.
I'm like, oh, they ain't really beat nobody yet. So like last night was a good win for them. Like, all right, they got somebody. Even Houston, like on the edge, is like, are they good? But I believe in Ime Udoka and how he run his team. But they still need the point guard. They're gonna need the point guard. Like Amin Thompson is great. He can be a great small forward, shooting guard,
Okay.
or power forward for their team. But until they get a point guard, which the
So
Bulls get,
You think Houston is lacking the point guard?
yeah, because like Fred Van Vliet was supposed to be
He's
that
out.
guy,
He's
got
injured, right?
hurt.
Okay.
He can shoot. He can run the offense. It would have been a perfect match to me with
Mm-hmm.
him, KD, and then you got Offering, Sengun, and
Shingun,
Amin
yeah.
Thompson.
Yeah.
But now you got everybody 6'7" and up. Like you need somebody that's going to be able to
Lead the
pretty much
team.
lead the team,
Yeah.
be the engine of
Facilitate.
that team,
Yeah. Facilitate. You right.
filter everybody's touches, and then the Bulls got a few point guards that we can unload if we need to,
Man.
just to help our team a little bit better. But
Man. A few over there. I like the way that what's name Denver is still looking decent early on
yeah,
in the
no,
season.
that's a team people need to keep remembering. Like, hey,
You know, they still got Jokic and he's still balling.
the guy Jokic Murray is actually healthy at the beginning of the season, and he
Mm-hmm.
actually hooping a little bit. Like he's
Mm-hmm.
not missing every other game because when the playoffs come up, he turns to
A
a
totally
whole
different dude.
nother
He raises his
dude.
game, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's like Denver, they got Bruce Bourne, Bruce
Bruce
Brown
Brown.
back. And then, oh yeah, Aaron Gordon stepped his game up. Like now he's become an offensive like problem on the team. Like you
But
saw,
that's because they're allowing him to do it.
yeah,
Remember,
yeah,
when he was with Orlando, he was the guy in Orlando. He
yeah.
came over there. He had a role where he had to step back. Now they done got
So
rid of Michael. They got rid of Porter. It was the MPJ Michael Porter Jr. They done got rid of him. That created space for him to get out there and boogie, bro. He can wiggle now. You wiggle, 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 wiggle. He can boogie, woogie now. He can get out there and do his thing on the court. So his game becomes more effective because now you're giving him the space to get out there on the court and go off. We see him hitting more threes now. He catching the ball in different spots. Jokic seems to be looking for him a little bit more when he out there on the court. So I like it. I like what they're doing out there. That's always a team that you got to watch for because they always going to be at that 1, 2, and 3 spot in
Yeah.
the West. So they look good. They look good. Anything else you
That's
want to talk about? Any other teams you want to talk about? Portland,
especially.
Houston, Minnesota,
I
Golden.
often say like we gotta show some love to Portland for right now, like because like that's how I feel about the Bulls. Like a lot of people they questioning them, like is this a real run or they actually good?
And they
Especially
number
what just
five.
especially what just happened with Chauncey Billups is like for them to come out
Oh,
and still be hooping, and,
madness.
and maybe it's showing that maybe Billups was on some. I ain't gonna say it, but like they winning more. Was he selling games last year? A couple years? They already said it. The game a couple years ago against the Bulls, he had did some stuff
I don't
that
know anything. I don't know anything. I'm
allegedly,
only going by,
allegedly,
so I don't know anything about that. I'm only going by what they saying on ESPN, First
yeah.
Take, and anything else. I don't know anything about that.
But
But
it's just I don't know. It's just they looking good. That dude Denny Advija, who came from Washington,
okay.
which my guy Neil, who was a Washington Wizard fan, is sick right now because they could have kept him if he was going to be balling
Mm,
like this.
So they had no idea you could hoop like that then.
Yeah, like he's shown flashes of it, but then like it be games where he wasn't, doing much. And I remember one of my guys, he asked me about him. He was like, "What do you think about this dude Denny going to Washington?" And I had to like watch like his overseas tape and stuff. And I said, "Oh, he could be like a quicker or not more athletic, but like another Luca in a sense." Now
Okay.
at the time, and now he was still it may be a little stretch saying Luca, but like I'm glad he's like solidified my take on that a little bit because he's balling. Like he just had like 26, 10, and 8 just a couple days. Like he got like a triple double vibe. Like he can score, pass the ball, aggressive, and be solid. Like he ain't pure
Okay.
trash. Like I was like people thought he was gonna be.
That's all you want, man. When you get these guys, that's all you're expecting. Unless you're trying to create room for salary cap, you really expecting these guys to produce and everything.
Yeah.
I like that Portland got rid of one guy, sent him to Boston because they really felt that we have guys like you already,
Mm-hmm.
so we don't need another guy like you. We really need to make room for what's his name? Was it Shaden Daniels?
Oh
Was
yeah,
his
shit,
name?
Shaden. Yeah, I know he's like the dunker dude, kind of a little bit, but he
Yeah,
score.
yeah, he can score. He can really put a point. He
But
can
yeah,
put
you just
points on
yeah,
the
they
board.
kind of similar
Yeah,
players.
yeah.
You
So Portland got some decent dudes.
you
Denny
brought in the
Avdija,
veteran.
Kamara. Then I'm looking for Javante Cook, who they got. They got Jeremy Grant, who I didn't know was still playing. Scooter Henderson, Drew Holiday, which is just terrible that they sent him over there like that.
Yeah,
That was just terrible. Damian Lillard, we
messed
already know
up.
that he's hurt.
Yeah,
Um, which is Shaden Sharp. There we go, Shaden
Jake
Sharp.
Sharp. Yeah,
Yeah, and he's a force to be reckoned with. And you got Matisse Thybulle over there as well, and then Robert Williams. So they got decent guys over there, man. So maybe they'll have a decent run for the season. Have
yeah.
some really good impact over there, even with all the chaos going on. Chauncey Billups being under investigation. The crazy part is, man, to hear about that, the whole case and everything that's going on, and then for them to say that they had tables where the bottom of the table was X-ray, so you could
Mm-hmm.
look through it,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah,
So whoever's watching under them is looking at them while they playing and telling them what the cards were and everything. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
right.
So to me, that means that somebody was the game was of course was already fixed, but you were playing with the wrong type of people.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody was already in too deep into some shit.
Yep, true.
And they were
Mhm.
getting other guys caught up in the same type of thing. That's just how I see it. Maybe I could be wrong, but that's just the way I see it. Why are you going to that length of trickery and deception to make sure that you win a game?
Right.
Why would you do that? Something ain't right.
Yeah. All people that are involved in it is supposedly the mafia, which they keep showing all these, all the basketball players and the coaches' faces, but nobody in the mafia to
We ain't
be
seeing
shown.
nobody from the mafia showing in this whole entire thing, and we already know what that is.
Yeah.
We already know what that is. But we gonna get out the subject of that because it's some bullshit, and it ain't even because of the mob involved, but we know
No,
what
yeah,
they
yeah.
do.
It
I ain't worried
just
about that. We know what they do. I'm not worried about them at all. We know what they do. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the fact that they just taking the time to make the black men, the African American men, look like they're the worst people in the world, or that they're the ones that got caught doing it when they know the NBA knows what's going on behind the scenes. All right.
this shit been
So
going on.
yeah, man, we already know that. We ain't gonna get off into that.
Yeah.
So anything else you want to cover? Or we
One.
good there?
I mean, the only thing I got to really speak on is last week was like one of the craziest like 12 hours of sports to me.
Talk about
Like
it. Talk about it.
like the Game Seven World Series against the
Mm,
Dodgers and the Toronto Blue Jays,
okay.
and then there's like 12 hours later the Bears game against the Bengals was the craziest game, probably one of the craziest games I've seen.
It
And just that
was.
whole Sunday of
Mm,
games was crazy. So it's just like we got a good week of play sports last week, but like the so that's my thing is like I saw the script with the MLB like when Toronto went up 3-2, I was like, oh, they finna make this one like a thing where like, all right, it's already LA versus Toronto, America versus Canada.
mm-hmm.
They put the Drake versus Kendrick Lamar thing out there. But it's like,
Ooh-wee.
why would they not want an American team, which is this is supposed to be America's game,
Mm-hmm.
baseball,
Mm-hmm.
have the American team come back down 3-2, take it,
Mm-hmm.
win it, and also on a game seven that went to extra innings and it
Talk
had
about it.
this back and forth game where it was like, damn, this shit going back and forth, crazy, up, down. You don't know who finna win, but like I saw like, oh, they finna have LA. Even though LA is a great team, it's
Yeah.
their team is bought, and Toronto's team was actually put through an actual, draft and trades, and like they built the team the correct way. That's the only thing is like I wish they would have won in that sense. Like you actually put a team together through your draft, through signing players,
Heard
through
you.
just correct decisions as a franchise.
Heard you.
Dodgers, which if you got the money, just go spend that bread. Go get you an Otani. Go get you.
Yeah.
I've got the other couple Asian Japanese players that they got. Get you a
Huh.
Freddie Freeman from a championship team that he just left out from. So
Which they did. They stacked the deck in their favor. Which is like I said, when you trying to win,
yeah,
that's what they do. So
I'm it's that was a great script for the MLB or a great playoff series. The whole
hmm
playoffs was interesting, fun one. Like the matchups from the beginning, like oh they want this to happen. They want the Cubs to play the Milwaukee Brewers, see how they turn out.
okay.
The Yankees to face off against the Blue Jays.
Mm.
Like it was stories to write about. So like MLB looked like it could be getting back in the fold of being
They made it
uh,
work. They made it interesting, man, because I was kind of I wasn't paying attention completely, but through
mhm,
highlights and everything, I was watching some of the stuff that they was doing, and I was like, man, this has some electricity and feeling of
exactly.
old, some antiquity to it, some
Hmm.
nostalgia and everything. I was like, man, they making baseball seems like it's trying to make a comeback. Well, at least this
Exactly.
year seems like it's a good one. So
Yeah. And this was
yeah.
I think this was like they had like 20 some million people watching it. And people kind of compare like they was like comparing the NBA stats to the finals versus
hmm
this. I'm like, well, you have two small town market teams in Indiana and Oklahoma City
hmm
versus LA and a whole country of Canada watching. So yeah, one is going to be higher than the other one. One was probably definitely a little bit more interesting, but yeah, baseball trying to be the number two if they but we'll see. But that's all I got
It's a
right
lot of
there.
money to make over there, man. To anybody that's listening, if you want your kid to play any sport, tell them to play baseball.
I wish I would have did that like when I was younger or had the money to be able to afford to go to play baseball. I would have definitely I love playing baseball or softball when I was younger or
hmm
even now on the softball team. Took
hmm
our team to the championship and lost though. It was tough.
Good
But
job, Key. Good job, Key.
hey, it ain't been done in years, so I'll
No,
take
it's been a
the
while. It's been a while. You one of the few people that was able to help the team get to the
promised
championship.
lands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get to the championship. I remember playing over there and everything and having fun, but we didn't get to the very end. I think we got to the second round. I think we got to, and
Hmm.
then after that, it just I think we got
Yeah.
blown out that game. But I can't remember. I don't even want to
Yeah.
remember.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
So,
it.
anything else on your table that you want
I'm
to
good.
speak on?
I'm good right now. We got the Sunday games tomorrow, so next
Mm-hmm.
time we link back up, I'm sure we're gonna talk about what happened over the
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah, yeah. We're gonna do it
And
again. We're gonna do it again. There will be another one after this, and then another one, and then another one, and then
now
another one.
I know to get some like posters and some sports stuff in the background.
You can
Just,
do that,
just
or just
yeah.
hit the background feature where it blurs out the background, whatever you want to do.
I need to do that next time
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. Just hit the button and make.
And more jokes and stuff gonna be flying.
I thought, yeah, you got to get accustomed to it though. This is
Yeah,
Keith's first
it's
time on
yeah,
it, you know.
yeah.
He'll
So
get it. Y'all gonna see more of him, and he'll be here doing this with me,
yes,
and we're gonna
sir.
continue to carry on. But I'm gonna go out and get up out of here, take a shower. I want some sushi, you know. I want to go
Some
eat
sushi.
some sushi, you know. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of the podcast. This
Yes,
is
sir. I'm
Sports Talk.
Keith.
Yep, this is Sports Talk with Keith, you know. And
Chi-town stand up, baby.
yep,
South side.
yep, he got on this old ass 1994 Sox jersey. You know what I'm
Frank
saying?
Thomas,
So,
big hurt. When
yeah.
shit, we was running shit, and then the lockout happened. Oh, yeah, man,
Then they won a
oh 05.
championship or something like that.
Should have won a
And
championship that year, but the lockout happened. But oh 05, we came in, represented. And I'm gonna talk next time about the Sox.
oh, we didn't care.
People
That's
gotta
okay.
put some respect on the oh 05 championship team. You want because we was only I ain't say the only team, but we only lost one game the whole playoffs. Dominated,
Mm.
swept in the World Series. But people why people don't remember it because we killed so much, we left no evidence.
Had a crazy pitching roster too. That
Bro,
roster was crazy on the pitching side.
another thing, you ain't never seen four pitchers in the starting rotation pitch complete games in the
That was
World
crazy.
Series.
That was crazy.
But
That was
that's for
crazy.
another day. That we're gonna talk about that another day.
Yes, indeed. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, remember the mission statement when you're striving for greatness. God never puts you in the driver's seat if it's taken. We are done here. See y'all next time.
All right, brother.